From the misty Pacific coast to the rugged Cascade Mountains and beyond to the high desert in the east, you are listening to the Oregon First Hunting and Fishing Podcast.
All right, well, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in to the show. You're listening to the Oregon First Hunting and Fishing Podcast. We're here recording in Salem in my office with Tanner Whitley. As always, I want to remind you to follow us wherever you want. And one thing that really helps the show grow is reviews. So if you could leave a review on whatever you're listening to right now, then that'll just help the show. And you know what? I want you to be honest. 1 star kind of hurt my feelings, but you know what? If that's all that we've earned in your book, then that's all that we deserve. We need to be humbled, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And then finally, I want to invite you to join our club. That's an online hunting and fishing club. We do quarterly events. You can find it on Facebook at Salem First Hunting and Fishing Club. And our next event is December 20th. We're going to go duck hunting again. So this is our third time doing this trip. We did it the first time a couple years ago. We had about 10 guys show up, and it was a great time. Had some first-timers get limits, which is just awesome.
Yeah.
It's the bay. We're shooting a lot of divers, but, you know, people
Buffalo
shooting
heads.
birds. And then the second year we did it, we had about 15 guys, and once again, great trip. We had a couple of high schoolers come, and they both got limits, and it was their first duck hunt. And once again, diver day. And I think the reason is that most of us who go aren't extremely experienced to be able to call in those big ducks, you know, because they're out there. You see mallards and pintails flying, but they're a little bit smarter than the buffleheads.
Especially in the Bay areas, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but this year, it looks like it might be an even bigger group. We've got a lot of people interested. There's still plenty of room, though. I have a bunch of different sets on the bay. And the way it works is you show up at the time. We're going to meet up at the launch at 7 o'clock. And because in the bay, you really hunt the incoming tide more than the sunrise. But this year, it happens to line up pretty close that the incoming tide is starting right around sunrise. And then I'll ferry people out to spots. I'll give you a little bit of blind material and some decoys, and you'll be paired up with people who have duck hunted before. Not going to promise that they know exactly what they're doing, but you'll have a good chance.
We are not experts.
So anyway, we'd love to have you join us there. It's just a lot of fun, and you get to meet the other people who live in the area and either are wanting to get into duck hunting or already duck hunting lovers. So join us there December 20th. That's a Saturday. In this episode, we're going to talk about duck hunting, and that's it.
And that's it.
For a good hour and a half.
Perfect.
We're just going to talk about duck hunting.
Everything in the world's perfect.
Yep. And we're going to have an awesome conversation with our guest, Tanner Whitley. So Tanner is the host of the Blind Chatter podcast based out of the Willamette Valley here in Oregon, where he talks about all kinds of waterfowl hunting. He has some really awesome guests on. Tanner, he's been duck hunting for, I'm assuming, decades, and really knows the in and outs of finding birds in Western Oregon. So if you're into duck hunting and you love duck hunting in the area, great podcast to follow. That's the Blind Chatter podcast. But Tanner, thanks for making time for us today.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Or thanks for having me, I guess. Just me today.
Just you.
Jeb's back home getting his trailer cleaned up from North Dakota, and then
Sweet.
he's
Was he chasing snows out there?
No, they went, so right after we got back from Eastern Oregon opener, they went home and packed up and headed over there to go shoot ducks for...
Oh, sweet.
I think they were there for, I don't know, North Dakota changed their structure for out-of-state hunters. It used to be like you had like a certain amount of days you could hunt and then certain zones and stuff, but they changed it. But I think they were over there for like a week.
Okay.
Okay.
But
Interesting. Yeah.
So, out-of-staters get like a week or so.
yeah, you can buy like, there's 2 different types of licenses you can buy. There's like a 2-day, I think, or a 3-day, and then you can buy like a 1 week. And then after that, you have to like redo it if you were going to like go hunt the other zone or however it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they went over there for like a week.
We don't have that kind of stuff for non-residents here.
No.
No,
It's just free game. Like my cousin used to come up every year and we'd hunt together.
Yeah.
And
wow.
he lives in Southern California, and he's a big time duck hunter, and it's pretty rough down there for him. Every hunt he does is on those refuges where you draw a blind, kind of like Suave, you know.
Yep.
And but it's just how you hunt down there. And anyway, so when he'd come up here, he was in heaven because we got a decent amount of ducks if you know where to go. And
Yeah, I've done the Savis thing once, and it's just, we did like the sweat line. I think it's like the west side. You like draw a chip, get a good draw, then you turn and burn to the other side.
Oh, okay.
And then you go wait for standby,
Yeah.
And then if there's a blind left over, you go hop in the blind. If not, you wait till people come in and then try again. But
And
wow.
this is all happening at like 5 a.m.
yeah, I think it's like an hour, usually like an hour before shooting light, I think,
Okay.
is when they'll start like the draw and everything. They start at like 5 a.m. usually.
Yeah.
And then from there you go, if you don't get a good draw, you can go to the other side. It's not that far. It's like 2 miles, but it takes like 15 minutes because it's out on the island. It's these big zigzaggy
Oh, yeah.
roads.
Yep. Yep.
So you go over there, you wait for all the people that had draws. You can go through and you can do like a standby hunt. Anything that's left, first come, first serve.
Okay.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's a long drive from
Yeah.
like down here.
Oh yeah, I know,
Yeah.
because that's the one thing. Like for anyone who's just getting into duck hunting in our area, it seems to be the number one place people get pointed to is Sauvie Island. You know, because it's all set up.
Right. Right.
And there's birds. You know, you can have a good day out there.
Yeah.
I've personally never done it. Is there like a ODF&W staff member there all night long? Just
No, I don't think they are through the night. A lot of guys just camp out in their cars on the west side to get a good pick.
because I've heard of guys who live in like Southern Oregon that'll go up there and camp and be there for a lot of duck season and campers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said, I've only done it like once.
Yeah.
But Jeb, the guy I do the podcast with, he's very well seasoned in it. He knows what to put in for,
He
when
knows
to put
the
in
game.
for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. So when you go out there and you're out there an hour before shooting light, are you able to get to your spot and set before shooting light?
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
if you
So
don't get
like
your
once you, as far as I know, once you draw your chip, you proceed up to the front. Like after they've done the whole thing, then your name gets written down. You tune your AM radio to a station.
Wow.
It's like a drive-in or something.
Yeah. You tune it to the station, and then they call your. I think they call your number. I've never done the west side. We drew. I think there's like 160 chips, and like we drew chip like one. I think it was like 115 and like 128.
Oh,
and like when I drew him out, the guy that had the bag was like, "You guys are gonna go." The east side.
He's like, you don't have a hope.
Yeah, I was
Good
like,
luck.
I guess. So then I called a buddy that was working for ODFW, and I'm like, hey, what am I doing? Like, he's like, just come over to the east side, wait for the standby,
Yeah.
see what happens.
Hey, it's nice of him to answer his phone at that.
Yeah.
Then we got up there, and
That's true,
I'm like standing there, and there's these like, they give you like a tag key kind of thing for the spot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
Well, he's like, how many decoys you got? And I go, I don't know. We got like 6 or 8 dozen in a blind. And he's like, turns around and here you go hunt here. And I'm like, well, where's this at? And he go, here's a map. Turned around and walked away. And I'm like,
Wow.
okay, see what
Right.
happens.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
Did you have a good day that day?
we should have. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I ran out of shotgun shells.
Yeah.
I thought I put another box in my bag,
Mm-hmm.
but I only had a partial for my 20 gauge.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, it was fun though. I mean, I think we killed 11 ducks. We killed like 7 mallards, a couple widgeon, and a pintail.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
For
that's good.
For a standby hunt.
Yeah, no kidding, dude. I mean, that's a better day
Man.
than I usually have anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So, that's
yeah.
great. Gage, hit us with the icebreakers.
Let's do it. Okay, first question here. Fishing or hunting?
Hunting, hand over
Hunting.
fist.
Now, okay.
We just have to put it's the first
I know,
icebreaker for
I know.
yeah,
every
of
guest.
course,
you
of
know?
course, yes. And I would
It
assume.
really throws me off when someone answers different than I'm expecting, though.
Oh, I
'cause
bet.
it messes up the whole rest of the podcast.
Oh, I know. Yeah, that throws me off. We were interviewing a fishing guy, and he was like, hunting. I'm like, whoa.
Hold on a
What
second.
the heck?
Yeah.
Hit reverse.
Okay, and then for hunting, I know you mentioned deer hunting, but I'm assuming duck hunting is your first love, is your only love.
It's my first. I mean, I have a good time deer hunting. I really fell out of it. Like when I got into high school and stuff, like my junior year, I started duck hunting on my own.
Yeah.
And I had that like taste of like doing everything on your own, finding your own spots, getting your own permission, doing all that. And I just kind of like forgot about deer hunting.
Yeah.
And like this was the first I killed my buck this year. And that was the first buck I've killed since, I mean, it was probably a muley up in Hood River.
Oh, really? Wow.
Oh, okay.
Like years and years, like back when I was in like high school.
Yeah.
So,
Man.
yeah, it was weird. My first deer with a rifle,
That's cool.
first blacktail with a rifle at
Yeah.
30.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wow.
That was very, I don't know. I was like telling my buddies that, and they're like, you haven't killed a blacktail with your rifle yet? And I go, not till this year.
Yeah.
Wow. Huh.
Wow.
Yeah. But
Well, congrats. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
you did
Thanks.
it. You
Yeah.
made it happen.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I had to take care of it all on my own in the dark. Oh, that was
Uh-huh.
another nightmare.
Oh,
But-
yeah.
Been
yeah.
there. That's fun.
being
Those are
in,
nights you remember.
being in the dark, walking into a spot is a little spooky, but it's not horrible. Being in the dark, walking out of a spot just truly sucks because there's no hope of the sun rising.
Well, and there's like that. There's the anticipation of like getting into your spot, you know.
Yeah. I'm like, okay,
and then
I
it's
just
like
gotta
coming
push
out.
through.
It's like,
yeah.
I hope nothing's coming after me. Like, you know, it's,
Every little noise, you're like, oh, look behind.
I always talk about it. That's why I like duck hunting. I don't have to
Yeah.
worry about stuff like that.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, for the most part.
For the most part.
There's always that one fluke.
Uh-huh.
I just saw
You hear
cougar
that
today
one
on my way
story?
into the duck blind. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, next question here. Mallard, pintail, or wood duck, or a merganser?
No. You're asking that totally wrong.
Oh, okay.
You're asking
Mallard or
hybrid.
pintail?
Hybrids.
Hybrid
We're
question.
talking about hybrids.
Oh, the hybrids. Okay, yeah.
So if you had to pick, I don't know how many hybrids you've gotten, if you've gotten any. I've gotten none. Okay.
We've killed a couple.
So if you could pick, like, if you're like, okay, I want this hybrid, it's going to go on the wall. Would you like a...
On the wall?
You wouldn't do that?
Well, that changes my answer.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
little
Well then let's think about
Yeah.
this. Let's think about this in two different questions then. On the wall first. Okay. They call them pinlards or whatever. A mallard pintail
Yep.
or a wood duck merganser. Hooded
On the
merganser.
wall,
Yeah.
probably mallard pintail hybrid.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are
Yeah.
pretty.
Yeah, we had a buddy shot one last year.
Oh, really? Was it a
Gorgeous.
Drake?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. That's
Gorgeous.
cool.
That's
Gorgeous.
awesome.
That's cool.
And then we killed a mallard wood duck hybrid.
Really?
What?
Yeah, I wasn't there. I was in a different blind.
Some of those, like, you think of
I
how,
gotta-
how does that physically work?
I got to pick. Well, mallards will, I mean, anything.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's
Yeah.
moving, they're finding a way to get on top of it. But I got a picture of it, and I just kind of like looked at it, and I'm like, oh, haha. You know, you pulled the head off and put it on another
Yeah,
duck.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then he holds it up, and in a video, and I'm like,
What
my
in
God.
the
so
world?
you stitched it too? Like, you have all that time today? And then I'm like, God, you really did do that, huh? Like, that's a weird looking. It was so weird. I have a video of it. I'll show you guys after
Yeah, I'd
this.
like
Yeah.
to see.
It's
So it
weird.
It sounds like you're saying it had a head that didn't match the body.
Yeah, so basically it had a mallard head on a wood duck body. It was the most
Interesting.
Mallard. I would have thought it was the other way
Yeah.
around because the wood ducks have such a unique head. You
They
know.
got their little mohawk.
Yeah, but I've
Huh.
seen a couple of them that like guys have shot like in other places, and they look this like you'd almost wonder like if you could see like a mallard with a wood duck head, how that would look.
Yeah.
But I've never seen one, so it's like I can't really like put it
It's
together.
just the
but,
luck of the draw with the genetics, I guess. Well,
Yeah.
how else would you interpret that question then? For eating?
I mean, for me, like just to see like a wood duck merganser would be.
Yeah.
Pretty wild.
I think that'd be pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because you've got the dynamic of like the fish, the bill of like a fish eating duck,
Yeah.
the colors of a wood duck,
Yep.
or vice versa. Like, you know, you've got the wood duck that's, you know, got the bill on it designed for busting hazelnuts open and stuff
Yep.
like that on the body of a lawn dart, essentially.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be a cool one to see too, like a wood duck
Yeah, it
merganser.
Yeah. Yeah, but
I'm
on the wall.
trying to,
On the wall
trying
would
to
be a mallard
picture,
pintail. They're
yeah.
gorgeous. They're
Yeah.
absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah. Quintessential. It's awesome.
yeah,
Well, I'll
man.
say it's your stereotypical, like you think of like, you know, that like a hybrid, you think of a
Uh-huh.
mallard pintail hybrid
Yeah.
most of the time.
Okay, keep it moving. Semi or pump?
Semi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just so much easier.
Yeah.
Easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've shot my fair share of pumps, and
Mhm.
semis are nice. There's a little bit more of a, you know, jam issue, cycle issue, stuff like that. But anymore, these guns, you take care of them, put a little oil on them, they go a long ways.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Definitely a semi for me.
Yeah, we're both pump guys. Yeah. Just
I
from
mean,
what we've
honestly,
got.
that might be more of a budget thing than anything.
That too,
but,
yeah.
kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah.
But I do love how I've been shooting a pump for so long that
It feels like a semi.
it feels like I don't even think about pumping. Pumping happens
Yeah.
as like a
It's like blinking.
Is it like a
subconscious?
What do you shoot like 870 or a Nova?
Yeah, Nova.
Nova. Yeah. So my Nova, literally, I mean, you could hold it up and you hit the release button and the slide drops halfway.
Yeah. Uh huh.
I mean,
Yeah.
and if you pull the trigger and you just, it's so natural.
It just happens.
Yep. Yeah.
It's like
Yep.
just a fluid part of the shot, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it would be awesome to have a semi because you know.
Yeah. Rotate them through the.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be nice. Okay. Next question. Favorite general shot size?
That's gonna depend
Or
on
a
kind
mix.
of what I'm chasing. I mean, if I'm, you know, if I know,
Well,
like, if
that's
I'm,
why we said general.
yeah, if I'm hunting like my pothole, like my
Uh-huh.
little lease property,
Yeah.
I'll shoot like a 3-shot, 4-shot,
Okay.
probably a
Mm,
3-shot, just because a little bit bigger, carries a little bit more energy behind
Uh-huh.
it, and if geese do come by at a, you know, 35, 40 yards,
Yeah.
I can throw a couple up at them and
Mhm.
have a good opportunity at knocking one down.
Yeah.
But anymore, I mean, I'm shooting stack loads. I'm shooting
Okay.
a 2-4 duplex load.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the heavy steel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm shooting. Heavy steel, heavy steel 2.4 and heavy steel 3.5.
Oh, 3.5.
I haven't seen that one.
3.5 didn't pattern super awesome, but I have a new choke
Okay.
now, so I got to redo it. But
Yeah.
that 3.5 combination, I've shot it in a heavy hammer or heavy 12,
Oh yeah.
like an actual true blend of steel and tungsten and stuff, and
Okay.
Oh,
it's
interesting.
gnarly.
Yeah. Like
Wow.
like the heavy shot like trademarked blend, or is it something?
No,
that,
it's a different.
Okay.
So heavy shot has like the heavy steel. They have heavy hammer, heavy 12,
Yeah.
and then whatever heavy bismuth or whatever.
Yeah.
The heavy 12 is just a blend of tungsten, I think, and steel.
Okay.
And then the like trademark heavy metal, I think, is what you're thinking of.
Okay.
Heavy metal is, I think, straight tungsten.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
realize that. I thought it was a blend too. Okay. Good
Yeah.
to know.
I think.
I mean, I believe you. You know more than me, but I mean, you talk to those guys on your podcast. So, like I mentioned, my cousin in California, which he's going to listen to this and he's going to be tickled that we're talking about his duck hunting. But anyway, he told me that he has been doing super light loads for teal lately,
Mm-hmm.
and I hope I'm quoting him right, but I feel like as light as 7. Like
Is he shooting a
super
steel
light.
or a tungsten?
Steel.
Steel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Unless he's shooting tungsten, I don't know. But I was
a
just
lot of
surprised.
guys have switched to shooting. I think Boss does it. They do like a 6 or a 7 in bismuth.
Okay.
It packs a serious punch.
Yeah.
Like it
Yeah.
just it's a gnarly. Like the bismuth is the way. I mean, if you've got the money for it and everything,
Yeah.
bismuth's the way to go.
Well, because
Oh, I'm
isn't
sure.
it like almost as dense as lead?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so,
So that it
but
carries a little
but
more
it's
energy.
non-toxic, so you're allowed to use it. And
And it
That'd be nice.
it carries that energy with it. And
Mhm.
Jeb shoots some bismuth 5 sometimes, and I mean, just you can tell like when we pull up, guys start shooting, you can see the ones that are getting hit with bismuth. I swear.
Oh, really?
I mean,
Really?
it's
well, I've had steel bounce off of
because
birds,
you got to think
know?
he's taking
yeah.
taking a 5.
Like,
Say I'm shooting a 2, right?
Yeah.
He's taking a 5. He's getting twice as many pellets downrange on target
and
as
they're
I
heavy.
am,
Yeah.
and they're carrying as much density as lead. When they're hitting that bird, instead of me hitting it with say 6 pellets, he's hitting it with 14, 16. I mean,
Yeah.
and it's noticeably different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's why it's intriguing to me to think of going lighter is because of that more hitting the bird.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the thing is, I'm always shooting steel because you know it's a cost thing. Like
Right.
it costs when you're as bad a shot as I am. You know, you gotta think about what you're shooting, and you know, I might not pull the trigger as much if I had more expensive loads. So that's
Right.
one way to think of it. But on the other hand, Gage, you've been shooting the stacked 2s4s this season.
Yeah. I
You been
also
liking 'em?
Yeah. So today when we were out this morning with my cousin-in-law, yeah.
We go with that made up term.
Yeah,
Yep.
made up
It's
term.
a real thing.
cousin-in-law.
It's a real thing.
I promise. I can't
A
remember
little more
what,
than a friend,
yeah,
obligatory
exactly.
friend. How's that?
I can't remember what loads he was using, but we shot at this mallard, and he shot it twice, and you could tell he hit it. I could see it. It was light enough for me to see it bounce off the feathers, and I had the 2.4s, and I hit it on that last shot, and it eventually put it down. So maybe we can attribute it to the 2.4s. I don't know, but I've also used this S3 steel that I got at Mid-Valley Clays at the clay place up here
Yep.
close to us, and that worked well.
That's Apex ammunition.
Oh, okay.
Apex, I think, has the S3.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's a different it's not I don't think it's a true steel. It may not.
Oh,
It may be a blend or something. I don't
like
know.
some-
Oh, okay.
But I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, blue brand. Yeah,
Yep.
great stuff. It's
Yeah.
ran through, but I got an 870, and that thing eats anything. So
Anything you put in it.
Yep.
yeah,
Can't beat it.
It chews it up. Okay, last question. I think you kind of already hinted at it, but 12 gauge or 20 gauge?
So I grew up shooting a 12 gauge straight from the get go.
Yeah.
I didn't even start with the 20 gauge. Dad gave me a 12 gauge. Said, "Here you go.
Make it into a
Yep.
man.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
gonna figure it out or whatever."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then a few years ago, long story short, my truck got stolen. Had my
Oh man.
shotgun in it, rifles in it, all my duck hunting stuff was in it.
Wow.
Man.
And I was like, we ended up finding it, but the guns were gone and everything. So
Jeez.
I was wanting to go hunting the next weekend on Saturday, and all I had was my wife's like Weatherby Element 20 gauge, and I was like,
Let's do
I
it.
guess I'll go to Weimar and buy a couple boxes of 20 gauge, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
so I started shooting it. I was like, this gun actually shoots pretty good. Like
Okay.
I'm really enjoying it. And
Yeah.
then next thing you know, I'm selling my brand new Super Black Eagle 3.
Wow.
Like, and this is my gun now.
You obtained the Weatherby.
The
Weatherby's
bad
are
thing
nice
is she
guns,
went
though.
hunting with me the other day.
Oh,
I didn't have another shotgun. I did. I had
no.
I had a gun I'd won at a Delta waterfowl banquet.
Okay.
It was like a G-Force. I'd never patterned it. I hadn't even done anything with it.
Yeah, I just kept it on hand.
And yeah, so we went out and I had a group of ducks come in and she's like, I'm not gonna shoot. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna shoot.
Yeah.
And I had a greenhead at like 30 yards back winging. I was like, easy peasy. Boom. Nothing. Boom. My wad's like 2 feet to the low to the right. And I'm like,
oh, yeah.
so I shoot again. I'm leading it now like 2 feet. Wad's still behind it. And I'm like,
Weird.
Oh, whoa.
what's going on? So I stand up. I go, plug your ears. And I aim across my pond. It's like 60 yards to the water line. And I held like right on the water line. And my BB's hit like 20 yards shy.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, well, that's probably explains.
Is that a 20 gauge or?
That was a 12
It's a
gauge.
12. Man.
Oh.
Wow.
So my thing is, I think it needed to be like shimmed. So take it apart,
okay.
you can kind of shim it up.
Yeah.
And I really just needed to be like patterned and stuff.
Yeah.
But then I had a mallard come in at like 10 feet, 15 feet, and I covered it up. I couldn't see it.
Yeah.
And I pulled the trigger and I pillowcased it. And I was like, you know, it was
Yeah.
a 10-yard shot. And I'm like, okay, well, 10 yards, I covered it up. So
Yeah.
at 40 yards, I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
yeah, you're really
Yep.
covering it
Wow.
up.
Yeah.
So,
Now you got me thinking. I've never even thought of patterning my shotgun.
yeah, so we
Yeah.
had the
Not even
guys.
for turkeys?
Well, for turkeys, yeah, I feel like that's maybe
So-
a little bit different. But
Okay, so let me
Okay,
ask you
yeah.
a contrary.
expose me, please. Yeah.
Well, so why is it more important to pattern for a turkey than it is for ducks and geese?
My thought process behind that is
It's
that
because he values the life of a turkey higher.
they gobble to me.
They gobble.
Yeah. It's because I'm aiming at their head at greater distances potentially, and there's less room for error potentially.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not trying to call you out.
Yeah,
I'm not.
Please do.
I'm just curious because I've had multiple people that say that. They go, "Oh yeah, I pattern my gun for my turkeys," and I go, "Okay, well, how many turkeys do you kill a year?" And they go,
One.
2.
Yeah.
I go, "Okay, well, how many ducks do you kill a year?" I don't know,
37.
25, 30. I go, "Okay, why didn't you pattern for ducks?" I don't understand what you're asking. And I go, "Well, you patterned it for a turkey. So why don't you pattern it for the ducks? You're gonna chase ducks from November through the end of January.
Yeah.
Don't you want to know like how you're shooting? Don't you want to make sure that like when you pull up on a duck, you know you're gonna hit it?" And they're like, "Well, yeah, but I got like 3 shots at it." I go, "Well, I know, but
Okay.
you know,
Yeah, you could
Yeah.
only do one
right?"
and shoot the bismuth.
yeah, we had
Yeah.
the guys on from Pattern Pros. His name's Ryan
Oh, yeah.
Burnett. They offer a really cool thing. They offer, long story short, you can buy a box of ammo from them. They give you 24 rounds, 8 different brands, 3 rounds a piece,
Wow.
and it's like $55 shipped to your door. Allows you the opportunity to have multiple brands, multiple distances in one box instead of saying to go buy a box of Remington, Kent, Winchester, heavy steel. I mean, right there, you're talking almost $100.
Yeah.
just in 4 boxes.
Yeah.
But that's a great idea is like to
Yeah.
go out and I've seriously pushed patterning so hard the last 2 years because I realized how important it is.
Wow.
Because before, I mean, I was like, whatever, like, I go shoot skeet and I'm hitting a clay pigeon. But then I'm also shooting skeet. I'm shooting 2 3/4 sevens.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
it's totally
And they're
different.
lead.
And
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
lead. So,
Okay.
but yeah, I mean, that's the patterning and stuff like that's a great idea.
Yeah.
We're getting off topic a little bit, but
No,
Yeah.
it's all, in the realm of duck hunting.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
yeah, I agree, because I've pretty strict creature of habit when it comes to like, I bought my Benelli a long time ago and I just have no plans to ever upgrade until I have to someday,
right.
And it's a Benelli, so it'll probably be a long time before I have to. And same with like, I'm pretty consistent on what I shoot.
Yeah.
And I've landed on heavy steel. And for years I shot 3s heavy steel. And that was like what I shot. This year though, I'm really interested in trying out those 2 and 4 loads heavy steel once again. But yeah, I've never had a day where I went out and tried to pattern my number 3 heavy steel shot. I've always just shot, and it's a really good point you're bringing up. Especially,
You'd be surprised how much how much difference there is in them. It's crazy. Like even just swapping chokes out and stuff, it changes a lot. It's wild. I mean, you wouldn't expect it. I mean, you expect a little bit of change.
Yeah.
But I mean, I shot 2 4 stack, 3 5 stack, Kent 3s.
Yeah. Mm.
other brands, and the best one I had was the 2.4 and then the Kent 3s.
Mm.
But when I did it at like 30 yards, I shot at 40 yards at the Kent 3s, and it was not good.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know what it was.
Interesting, yeah. Because every load is going to have different, everything. Everything's going to be
Strengths
different
and
between each
weaknesses.
load. So, yeah.
And then being consistent about like your velocities too.
Yeah.
Your load charge and velocity, not really your load charges, but more your velocities, because that's directly affecting your lead.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you're shooting a 1550 and you go down to, a 1350,
Yep.
you're changing your muzzle velocity.
Yeah, and that's a big thing that I think a lot of people don't think about, and even if I'm just like running in trying to get the cheapest thing I can and going, like, because like I said, I kind of have what I've settled on, but there was a whole part of my duck hunting life when I just kind of bought whatever I could get.
Oh,
just
yeah.
like, oh, they got this on the shelf, I'll take that, and never really thinking about the differences in velocity or anything. Just like, oh, this are 3-inch number 3s or 3.5-inch number 3s, so should be good. But yeah,
For the longest time, it's like, make sure it's whatever gauge I'm shooting, and then the size is the right size, and then if the number for the shot lines up, great. If it doesn't, I guess I'll figure it out.
I guess I got 2s today.
Yeah.
Does it have a
4s?
clay pigeon or a duck on it?
Yeah. Does it have a pheasant or a duck on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good food for thought. Maybe. I mean, for me, I'm gonna think about that. Maybe anyone listening will want to pattern their gun.
Yeah, I'm very interested now.
Yeah.
Sighting in your rifle, sighting in your shotgun.
That's it. That's a comparison that like Ryan, the owner of Pattern Pros, made. He's like, well, you go sight in your deer rifle, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you go, well, yeah. I go, okay, well, why don't you sight in your shotgun? You don't sight in a shotgun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He goes, I know, but he goes, why don't you go try? Like, why don't you go make sure like
see where it
whatever you're
hits.
shooting is good?
Yeah.
I was like, that's a really good point.
Yeah, and you don't need 100 yards, right?
Yeah, because that's the thing too. Is I'm trying to think of like the average distance I shoot a duck is like, I don't know. It's probably more like within 20 yards.
Yeah.
The ones I actually hit.
Right.
And it's like maybe I could
Yeah.
practice those longer distances, even at something that's not moving, just to understand the trajectory better. But
Yeah.
yeah. Well, let's get into the news. Our news topic today that we're going to talk about is on the top of all of our minds right now, and that is the duck migration. So if you go to ducksunlimited.org, I believe, or .com, whatever it is, probably both of those would work. They have a map where users can report what they have noticed for the migration. Now, I don't know how these get vetted.
They don't.
Or because there wasn't very many of them.
Yeah.
And
They don't vet them at all. I did one,
Oh,
I don't
you
know how
did?
many years ago. I did
Yeah.
one, and I just totally went out of left field with it.
and it posted?
Yeah, I just stayed
Okay.
there. Yeah.
All right.
Sheesh.
Well, I looked at a few of them that were consistent with each other, and there, like I said, there's only like a few of them in our area, and so it's good to know that they're not vetted.
I mean, for the most part, though, like, you got to think, like, guys aren't throwing, like, super unrealistic stuff out there. If you read it and you look at it and you're like,
there's no ducks anywhere.
really?
The
Like,
ducks are
you guys
extinct.
killed 79 ducks in a day?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
And that means that there was at least, 10 or no, more than 10, 12 of you.
Reserve,
12 dudes, yeah.
Either that or you might get ODF and W knocking at the door. So this is, and here's the thing too. I made these notes on the 26th. We're recording this on the 29th, and already I've noticed a difference since then. And so looking at what's on the Ducks Unlimited little migration map there, Seattle says peak numbers. Astoria says increasing numbers and migrators. Portland, a little bit south of Astoria and west, or east, I mean, says low numbers, but the migration is starting. And Veneta says low numbers, but the migration is starting. And I feel like, I've been hunting in the Salem area, and I think that I would put us right there as of the 26th, low numbers, migration starting. The birds that I've killed so far this season were all resident birds. But then just this week, as I've been sitting in my tree stand by the river, I have began to see the migrators coming in. And even just, like I said, was it last night or the night before? I just saw the nice big groups of migrators that were not here last week. So I do believe that the migration is kicking off, and that by the time anyone listens to this episode, they should have already been duck hunting, because I think the birds are here. What have you noticed, Tanner, as you've been hunting?
I mean, it's been pretty stale. You can tell, like, all the mallards and stuff around, you can tell that they've been pushed around a little bit. Last weekend I noticed 4 or 5 pretty good groups, mallards and pintails that were way up high. I broke a group down, and I could tell that they were new birds because I wasn't doing anything out of the like ordinary. I was pulling my flippy and pulling my jerk cord, and I was squatting down in my blind to get on the ground because I was going to try to work them. And when I looked back up, there was like 3 ducks that were, I mean, just wingtip to wingtip.
Oh,
and I was like,
whoa,
oh man, this might work. And then about 15 seconds later, they had dropped 150 feet.
Did they even circle?
Yeah, they circled a few times.
Yeah.
I lost some of the group because it was a big group. It was like 35 ducks. And
that's what I'm seeing.
Well, yeah, when I'm hunting by
groups.
myself, I don't like shooting into big groups like that.
Oh, really?
Just
to scatter them and lose them? Yeah.
Because it almost just wisens all of them up.
Yeah.
So if I can get them to like split up into a small group, which luckily they did. I had a 4-pack come in. And I got 3 out of the 4.
Mm-hmm.
But if I have a couple guys with me, we'll shoot into a group like that. But by myself, I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't want to blow them all up.
Yeah.
But I mean, and you could tell too that they were like new birds because it was just they saw a little bit of motion, they saw that flash, and they were like, "Oh, I wonder what's going on." You go back to like our normal birds right now.
Oh yeah,
and it's like a couple pulls, and then you stop and you kind of read them, and you like pull the jerk rig a little bit.
Yeah.
And then they flare a little bit, and you're like, okay, I guess I'll just like whistle at them a little bit.
But they're so weary.
Super weary.
And like a lot of the birds that are sticking around, they'll circle a bunch of times.
Yeah,
and
never commit.
They're just, but I feel like they're studying. They're like looking for anything out of place.
Yeah, that and the weather's been really stale too. Weather plays a big role in that too.
Oh, okay.
If there's like a wind, like if there's like a significant wind, like a 6 to 10 mile an hour wind, they'll, those wary birds will kind of find a reason to sit down.
Oh, I see.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. If there's no weather or anything, they can just kind of just do whatever they want. They can fly over your pond. They don't feel pressure to do
worn
anything.
Out. Yeah. Okay.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's something I never really even thought about. It's funny you bring up the migrators kind of being easier to call a lot of the times, or even decoy, I guess, really is what I mean by that. Because like I've noticed that too, and it's always seemed counterproductive to me because I always think of the resident birds as like stupid park birds,
Right.
And then I always think of the migrators as like, oh, they've been flying all over, they've been getting shot all the way down. Yeah. But it is the opposite. It's like but sometimes you roll up on the park birds and they sit there, Yeah.
It's like, give me bread.
Yeah, but then other times, most of the time, it's those resident birds that are super.
They just get to me they just get worn out on the same. It's the same thing, different day. Especially like down by the refuges, there's all these different duck clubs. They've all got the flippies. They've all got everything, and it's like they see the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And like 9 times out of 10, these places they don't change where they're putting their like flippy at. Like they just put the pole out and they leave it there.
Like all season long, just
They don't move it.
Huh. Well, I mean, they probably don't move their blinds either, right? They probably just have their blinds sitting there, and
Like my blind's stationary, but like I'll move my flippy. As my water level comes up, I'll take it from being in front of me to the right. I'll stuff it like at almost like 3:00 on the side.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just to change it
But
up.
you're just trying to get the movement, right?
I'm just changing up what they're seeing.
Okay.
Because like who knows how many times these birds have flown over and seen my decoy.
Oh, you're talking
spread.
about at your property. Oh,
okay.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just change it up a little bit. I mean, try something.
Yeah. Especially if you're hunting, if you have your stuff set up. Oh, so you leave your decoy set up sometimes?
No.
Oh no.
I pull most of them. The only ones I leave out, I'll leave like some goose decoys out, and then I might leave my jerk rig out.
Just because it's a pain in the butt.
Depends on how cold it is and how much it's raining. If I really want to get wet, or if I'm just like, I could probably deal with it next time.
Yeah.
It's definitely starting to pick up though. We're definitely starting to see kind of that. A few more birds. We just need a little bit of weather. Once we get a little bit of weather, it's gonna be on like Donkey Kong.
So I changed my work schedule this week to where I've been sitting in my tree stand from dark to about 9:30, 10 a.m. every morning. And like I said, I'm close to the river, and it's a war zone at first light. Like people are shooting at first light more than they were at the beginning of the week, which of course it was Thanksgiving, and so people are like have work off or whatever. But and then from like 7:45, nothing, not a single shot. It's like a war zone. I'll hear 100 shots in that first 30 minutes to maybe an hour of shooting light, and then just dead.
Yeah.
And that's something that Gage and I face a lot as public land hunters. Is like we always are hoping that the private land hunters are hunting the same time as us. to move them back and forth because it's like as soon as we get our morning shoot, they go land on the farmer's pond and then they're there all day.
And the funny thing is, the flip side of that coin is those private land guys are hoping the same thing.
Yeah.
Because if not, the birds are just going to go cake up on the river.
Yep.
Yeah.
We found it a couple spots where like we get out there and we're like, I sure hope somebody's hunting the gravel bar today. Because if not, we're going to be hosed.
Yeah.
And you hear it, and then you start hearing a few gunshots.
You're like, okay, there's birds.
Okay.
Yeah.
We might be all right. Everything's going to be okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that. And that's such a real thing. Like, I think duck hunting is one of the only like hunting pursuits that you hope there's a bunch of other people hunting the same time as you, you know, to keep them moving around.
Right.
Yeah. Because otherwise it can be a 30-minute hunt and then you might as well go home because
there's been so many days where like I've hunted in the mornings like on fire and then it's like, 8 o'clock and it starts dying off and I'm like, I'll give it till like 8:30. Like I played the game of like, where's the 8:30 flight? Where's the 9 o'clock flight? Where's the 9, and then like, I don't like leaving on odd numbers. So it's like, it's 10:15. We'll give it till 10:30. If I don't see a duck by 10:30, we'll get out of here. And I play that dumb game with myself. And then the next thing you know, my wife's calling me like, hey, where are you at? And I'm like,
oh, it's 2 o'clock.
I'll be home. I'll get ready to pack up. Like, it's 11:30 now. I told you I'd be home at noon. So.
Yeah. Or like in that same vein, you say, oh, I'll give it 15 more minutes till 10:30. And then as soon as you go to pick up your decoys, a group flies over,
Yeah.
I've started to just not even
time.
care.
Oh,
I'm to the point now where it's like, if they don't fly over, then it's a really good reason to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's as soon as you go to the decoys, man.
100%.
It's the curse.
Every single time.
Every time.
We even get pea ducks. Guys get out of the blind to pee.
Oh, yeah.
I was that guy a couple times last year where it was just like every time I left the blind, like clockwork, I'd get out of the blind, pop, start rolling down. They're like, birds.
Yeah.
I'm like, seriously, guys? Like, I'm out in the open. He's like, just don't move. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, great. I'm glad I can make it work for you guys. Somebody else next.
Pea duck. Yep. No, that's rings very true for fishing as well.
Yeah.
The pea
Pea
bite.
bite. Yeah. Phone bite.
Just a couple more things that, according to the Ducks Unlimited website, they did a little bit of a habitat condition report right before season started, and they said that habitat conditions in the Pacific Northwest looked pretty good before season, but they actually specifically named Oregon as the best habitat in the PNW before season started, and the Columbia Basin being really the heavy hitter for that. So, that's encouraging because we live in the right spot, I guess. Wish we would have got more rain throughout the season because it's pretty low right now. And then as far as duck numbers, counts have been doing pretty good across the board for our flyway, the Pacific Flyway. This is very specific, but they said there was a pretty small decline of mallards in Alaska when they did the count, which, was where our migrators are coming from, but that the counts have been higher in Oregon. So, once again, that's encouraging. I think I kind of see that because this year we've already gotten a number of greenheads, and last year I was fighting for greenheads and having a hard time with it, So just big difference there between years. Man, that's just anecdotal personal experience. It doesn't really mean anything. Maybe I'm just, the luck of the draw, but the greenheads have been dying this year compared to last year was not the same story for my Willie runs.
I mean, last year I can probably count on one hand the amount of times we saw greenheads swimming around and flying over us. They would never come down.
Oh, that's the stories where they circle you 5 times and they're just studying every little detail of like what is down there,
I'm looking at them with my big white face.
Yeah. Well, we even had them like, exactly. Yeah. Like, calling back to us and circling.
Yeah.
Like, come on down. We're right here. And nope, they don't want to.
Nope.
And then the last little news thing I wanted to bring up is the new pintail limit. So as long as I have duck hunted, which is a little under 10 years, it's been a 1 pintail limit. It's just always what I've known and dealt with. And so it's kind of crazy to me that it's going up to 3, which, I know that it is controversial. There's a lot of people saying if they're going to raise it, should only raise it to like 2, or, everyone has different opinions on it.
A sex restriction on it?
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
That's been my big ick with it.
You think it should be Drake's? Yeah.
I mean, my unprofessional, unbiological opinion, yeah.
Yeah.
I think quite frankly, I think it's dumb.
Oh, really?
To have it as 3 hens.
Because, you're putting a dent in something that we
Well,
supposedly just
potentially.
grew back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Potentially you are.
Uh-huh.
But the other problem too is it's like the Pacific Flyway holds 3/4 of the population of pintails.
Which, Gage, weren't you learning recently from some source that our Pacific Flyway pintails, they only go down the Pacific Flyway,
Yeah.
while as mallards will sometimes pick a different flyway
Yeah.
year by year?
So from my understanding, the pintails have 2 migratory paths, and the Pacific Flyway is one of them, and the other one is more centralized.
Central Flyway.
Yeah, and then the mallards, they switch up and up across the different flyways depending on the year, the weather and conditions.
Yeah.
And that's why the pintail limit is so restrictive for us. That's my understanding. I could be wrong though.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean for the most part, yeah. I mean the pintails, they'll fly the Pacific Flyway and then they'll fly Central Flyway, and I mean they'll spurt off, a little bit here and there. Like
Yeah.
there's a couple times where like guy killed a banded pintail from Louisiana
Oh,
out
yeah.
here in Oregon.
wow.
Which, I mean, makes sense. There's a ton of them
Sure.
in Louisiana, and they all, depending on where they go winter, I mean, all it takes is getting stuck in the wrong group.
Yeah.
Guy killed a
Yeah.
banded mallard on the coast in Tillamook from Nevada.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Man.
Like,
that's cool.
Yeah.
doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
it just got with a different group, and
Mhm.
that's where it came up. That's why
Yeah.
bands are so cool. I mean,
Yeah.
you could shoot a band and, it could be from Savi's, or you could shoot a band and it could be from, Alberta, it could be
Yeah.
from Alaska, it could be from Idaho. I mean,
It could
Man,
be
that'd be
from
cool.
10 miles away. It could be from 1,000 miles away.
I killed one from a golf course in Washington down
Oh,
here
really?
in
Wow.
Oregon. Yeah, I
So
killed
they,
one from
like
the
they said,
Panhandle.
oh, we captured this in a golf course.
Yeah, pretty
and-
much the certificate just said that it was the capture was at this certain golf course.
Wow.
Wow.
They just captured it and banded
That's
it
cool.
and let it go, and
Yeah.
killed them from the
Wow.
Panhandle of Idaho, Fairbanks, Alberta.
Man,
Yeah,
that's cool.
Wow.
Did they ever recapture them and then just kind of make a note like this bird was recaptured and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, especially like if they get like old ones too, like the bands will be so worn because they're aluminum.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
If they can't read them or anything, then they'll just note that it was a recap.
Yeah.
And they'll slap a new band on it. And then like your gadwalls and stuff, like at Summer Lake and down at Klamath, they're putting like a red stain band on
Oh.
that kind of notes that it was a recapture.
Okay.
Allegedly, I think.
Sure.
I have
Yeah.
no like
Until you get one.
right.
Yeah.
I've heard that. Like I've seen like I've got a buddy that's killed a couple of them, but like he's
Oh,
not
yeah.
a biologist. He just
Yeah.
started shooting them a couple years ago. He's like, yeah, there's like red bands out here, and then he asked somebody, and they're like, oh yeah, it's because it's a recap.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, red's the man. I haven't taken the goose test for a while.
husky.
I was gonna say red's the goose you don't want to shoot.
Pretty much the only collars we have left around too.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, so they're not really
Interesting.
collar and stuff anymore.
Just duskies.
Just duskies.
They haven't done a cackler collar in a long time.
Well, speaking of, and that kind of relates to the pintail limit change because there was a time when cacklers were super limited or you couldn't even hunt them at
They
all.
are again. You can only shoot
Really?
two.
Oh yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
2 geese total. 2 Canadas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the Northwest Permit Zone. Is that true all over Oregon?
No, it's just Northwest
Yeah.
Zone. Yeah.
Yeah, which I don't really know if they're worried about counts or what motivated that change, but I know some guys who actually gave up goose hunting for that, and
Yeah,
I don't
one's
know.
sitting across from the table from you too.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't go out of my way to do it anymore. I sold
Yeah.
all my goose decoys like 2 months ago.
really?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I offloaded them for like dirt
Yeah.
cheap. I was like, whatever. I
Yeah.
don't need them.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
if you guys want to use them, great.
Yeah,
The only thing I kept was my cart.
but you had pintail decoys in the past, did you?
Pintail decoys?
Yeah, when you could only get one. I'm just joking. I'm just using the logic of I stopped goose hunting.
Well,
I'm just joking.
yeah, no. I hear. No, I hear where you're at. Yeah. Primarily, I run mallards and widgeon with Jeb and stuff. Like we've got like 4 dozen pintail full bodies.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
bunch of pintail floaters, all sorts of stuff. But yeah, I mean, yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yep.
But the flip side of that coin is guys will say, well, yeah, but I like the contrast.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really care. I'm just like, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I have some, I think they're Dakotas. They're super heavy. They're
Oh,
just
yeah.
big and bulky. And I'm like, I'm not going to pack these anywhere. So I just
Yeah.
leave them at my permanent blind. I hang them up on
Oh
a
yeah,
Texas
yeah.
rig and,
That's a good way to
Yeah.
do some of those decoys.
just kind of
yeah.
spread them out a little bit.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I mean, for the most part, like I just run mallards and widgeon.
Is there a reason for that, or is it just that's what you're
Can I
targeting?
take a guess? It's because pretty much anything will decoy to a mallard.
Yeah, that's a really good point. That's a really good point on it. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, the only other reason is I haven't really found a pintail decoy that I like.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Like the GHGs, they used to have one, it had this like reminded me of like the rising sun.
Mm.
So they had this weird like right on the butt of it. There was this big, about a little bit smaller than like an index card, bright yellow, right on it. And I'm like, what is that?
What?
You know, I'm killing pintails, and I'm like looking at them like, what paint scheme are you guys trying to match?
Mimicking?
You know,
What the heck?
but
Must be those Central Flyway pintails.
probably,
Yeah.
I probably ordered it wrong. I ordered the Central Flyway puddler pack, not the Pacific Flyway puddler pack.
Well, now you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I run, you know, we run final approach decoys, and they came out with some nice pintail full bodies last year, and we bought a whole passel of them, and I just haven't bought any. I just like running mallards, and I like a uniform. It's like it sounds really snobby, but like I like a uniform spread. Like I like the same brand. They all look the same.
Yeah.
They all, you know, just
I hope to be there someday.
stupid little
I
things
buy
like
all
that.
my stuff used right now, but you know,
That's the way to do it. I mean, I still have a bunch of mixed match decoys.
The one thing I've been trying to figure out is we're getting too off topic, but I need to learn how to repaint my decoys because they're getting pretty chewed up. But anyway, we'll get there. One last question on the pintail thing before we move off of the news. Are you going to self-limit yourself if you don't like the 3 bird? You're going to only go for drakes? Or you going to...
Yeah, so pretty much like what... And this, I'm already going against myself because opening day, Eastern Oregon killed 3 pintail hens. I'll come out and say it.
And you're like, this is stupid. Why are we allowed to do this?
I'll be my own worst critic. Like, I was ready. Like, I had my 6... I needed 1 duck, and I had 2 pintails.
Oh,
and
yeah.
this one pintail kept coming by, and I was like, you know, it's like lunchtime, and I'm like, shot it.
Uh-huh.
Jeb's like, I thought you said you weren't shooting hens. And I'm like, I'm ready to go have lunch, dude. Like,
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, I mean, for the most part, like, we try really hard to only shoot drakes. Every once in a while, you know, you get a hen.
Sure.
But, yeah, I mean, that's kind of my big thing is just, you know, I'm going to try to shoot drakes.
Yeah.
Anybody that's, like, been hunting for a long time that has the ability to identify one or the other.
Yep.
You're kind of just doing a disservice if you don't try to shoot drakes.
Sure. Yeah. Well, that's the motivation that a lot of people go down to a 20 gauge too. I was joking with Gage when we were talking about that question, 12 gauge or 20 gauge that we were going to ask you. I was like, we'll be able to tell where he is on his duck hunting journey. Because, you know, eventually
you fall down into a 20 gauge.
A lot of people go down to 20 gauge. And like you said, they only shoot drakes and, you know, and no water swatting and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, see, that's where you get me wrong. Big SWAT guy.
Yeah.
Big water SWAT guy.
Oh, yeah. Me too. Yeah. I think that's it's like the pretentious Southerners that get all their panties in a wad.
I don't know why everybody gets so uptight about it, man. Like, especially like if I land them.
Oh yeah.
To me, that's
you
the
think
thing
I'm
too.
not gonna do it?
Because I'm not afraid to shoot one that swims in. You know, I'll say that, but. To me, you got to land in your spread. That's more impressive.
Oh,
than,
if I get to land in my spread and you're giving me lip about me water swatting them, I'm going to tell you to hold my white monster and watch this. I'm going to let this thing eat. I'm going to let this thing bark. Yeah. I'm a big water swat guy. Like, I have nothing against it. We landed a group of honkers last year, group of 8, and there was like 5 of us. And I'm like, you ready? He's like, what, you're going to shoot them on the water? And I go, yeah. I go, we all have 20 gauges, dude. This is like a 40-yard shot. We are shooting them on the water.
They were
they get up,
the big
we're
honkers.
Yeah. We waxed all of them.
Oh,
really?
Nice.
And I was like, you're welcome. Aren't you glad you did that?
Well, plus they have a little harder time getting off the water than like a little bird, you know, like a like even, you know, think of a teal or something just teleports off the water, but the you know, they need a runway to get up.
It's like watching a big, you know, helicopter get ready to take off. You know, they kind of get up slow and then they tilt and they, you know, go off. You know,
well, that's why they call it the spruce goose, right?
I guess.
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh man, we were out on where we were hunting this morning, and it was right when we got to where we're throwing our decoys, and about 40 geese busted. Oh my gosh, scared the daylights out of me. Those things are loud, man.
Yeah, their wings cracking too.
Yeah, there's like 40 of them. They're like 30 feet to our left, and
oh man, you haven't taken the goose test, right?
I haven't. No.
Yeah.
No.
You got to get that just in case, you know, for those kind of moments.
Oh, yeah.
It was before light, so.
Oh, okay.
I can't take a test for that.
They don't have a before shooting light test?
I have night vision.
Well, let's get into our conversation with Tanner.
Let's do it.
So, Tanner, we ask this to every guest. What is your favorite? We'll go with hunting.
Oh man, I don't know. This is a hard one. I don't know if I can pick one.
Oh yeah, classic. All right.
Man, I'll just start like my most recent like favorite one most memorable one was Jeb and I went out on an afternoon hunt out to the pothole, which is what I call like my little lease I get from a buddy.
I picked up on that. Yeah.
So we went out to the pothole. It was just kind of like on a whim. I got off work early and I called him. I go, hey, you want to go hunting? He goes, yeah, let's go. He goes, where are we going? And I go, I don't know. You want to just go to the pothole? Yeah, that's fine. I go, okay, I'll go pick you up.
Sweet.
So I drive over there, pick him up. We go walk out there and we're just standing in the blind, just chatting. And a couple mallards come over. I'm calling at him and they start banking. They come over the blind and he's like itching to go. And I didn't call a shot. And he's like, why didn't you shoot?
You trained him well.
And I go, I want him on the water, dude. Like I want to shoot him like in the face, And I start calling at him. They left, and he's like, one of these times, like you're gonna pass these birds up, and it's gonna be your band to like bust your band drought.
Oh yeah.
And I go, yeah, whatever. Like who cares? So fast forward like 10, 15 minutes, we're standing there, and single mallard comes in, goes outside the spread, flies right over the top again at like 40 yards. I didn't call the shot. Goes out over these little trees, comes in. And comes right at us, cups.
Oh, yeah.
Banks hard left.
Okay.
So it goes from like 30 yards to like 45, like that.
Yeah.
And he starts to go out. I'm like, get him. And he's like, you first. And I'm like, so I stand up and I go, poof, and I hit him right in the butt.
Oh, yeah.
And he kind of just, and then
knocked him down.
I didn't get another shot off. Jeb leans over and just rolls him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And at that point, he's probably 50 yards or whatever, right?
Dog takes off. Yeah, probably like. Yeah, it's probably 45, 50 yards.
That's a good poke.
Yeah, that's a really good
dog
poke.
takes off. I turn around and I go, watch this. It's banded.
Yeah.
So I walk out and I'm standing out there. I got my camera in my hands and everything. And I'm standing there. Jeb's just blah, 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 talking. My dog's coming back and I'm looking at this bird. And I'm like, you're kidding me. Keeps coming. And I'm like, this sucks. Banded. So I grab it and I go, Jeb, and he just keeps talking. I go, Jeb, shut up. It happened. He looks at me, he's like, no way. And I go, it happened. He's like, no. Dude. And I go, yeah. Come around the corner, awesome. I throw it to him and he's like, what? He's like, I feel bad. And I'm like, why? I suck.
Yeah.
I should have hit that, It was just funny that like we were talking about it and then it just
spoken into existence.
There it is.
Just happened, It was just one of those.
Man, that happens way too often, right? Where like you joke about something and then next thing you know, it's happening.
Yep. Yeah. And then like 2 weeks later, he invited me to go hunting behind his house. And I go, no, I go, I'm going to go to the pothole. I go, I'm going to go on the other side where we shoot bands at. And I get a picture at like 10 after 8. He killed another band. And I'm like,
oh, wow.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So in that situation, that's his bird, right?
Yeah.
Since you folded him. Yeah.
He rolled it.
Yeah, he hit it. No questions asked. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
If we ever get one like in a group setting and like, here comes like the party hunting chat about, it's just like one of those things, but, we'll draw for it. It's like, we'll ask like, who didn't shoot? Oh, I didn't shoot. Okay, you guys are out. The rest of you guys shot. Yeah, okay. Well, this one's banded, so we're going to draw. And we'll draw, whoever didn't shoot, we'll go draw blades of grass or whatever and just kind of hold them, pull them out, or you do like the shotgun shell thing. But most of the time, we're all shooting.
Oh, what's the shotgun shell thing?
Different colors. But you run out of like, at some point, it's like you have to do something different. But yeah, so we just like draw straws for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless like everybody's like, I didn't shoot. Yeah. And it's like.
That's only when it's kind of like a, if someone truly doesn't know if they've hit it,
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the honest, like, it's just like, it's an honest game at that point, but.
And then you can decide who you continue hunting with based off of the situation.
Yeah. There's been a ton of friendships ruined over like bands and stuff. It's wild.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's super like,
yeah.
I just don't get it. Like, I think it's cool to shoot them. Like, you want to obsess over them, that's fine. But like, you're gonna burn friendships over it. Like,
it's just a little piece of aluminum. Yeah.
Ultimately,
to some people it's not though. To some people it's life or death.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
It is for the ducks.
Right? Yeah. But yeah, I mean that's like my most memorable. Like that happened.
That's really
that
cool.
happened last year. It's just
awesome.
a cool. It was my duck's first band that she retrieved, and then she retrieved her second one this year with mine. So
yeah,
cool.
I was like, all right, that's cool.
Yeah, that's
awesome. He kind of felt bad about it. He's like, man, I feel bad. Like,
because
your dog retrieved it as her first band, and I go, whatever, she's gonna get more.
And
he's like, well, yeah, but you don't really shoot bands that much, and I'm like, all right, that's enough out of you.
Now I'm gonna take it.
That's crossing the line.
Shut your mouth.
Oh, that's awesome.
So.
Yeah, sweet. Well, thanks for sharing that, man.
Yeah.
One of the things that I wanted to know, because I have only duck hunted locally and on the coast. I've never like driven anywhere for a duck hunt.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you've hunted in a number of different places.
Yeah.
And so I'm curious about how does duck hunting change in different places in Oregon?
So like obviously, like coastal hunting, it's based on the tide.
Yeah.
Either incoming tide, outgoing tide. I don't know. I don't do a lot of coastal hunting. So it sounds like
Okay.
you were saying
Yeah.
you hunt the incoming tide.
Yep.
Yeah.
That fills everything up with water.
Yeah, and that's
allows
when they
them,
come to feed.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's how coastal hunting works for the most part. You can go hunt like silk goose, tack niche. You don't have to hunt that tidally speaking. You can hunt it sunrise, whatever.
Yeah.
But coastal is tide based. Hop the coastal range into the valley. Then the valley becomes essentially like knowing kind of what they're eating. Lynn County is known as the grass seed capital of the world.
Yeah.
Ton of annual ryegrass fields, ton of fescue fields, ton of orchard grass, all that stuff.
They eating fescue?
They will, yeah.
Wow.
I don't know
didn't
what they
realize
eat.
that.
I almost wonder if they're like just like munching on like invertebrate and stuff.
Oh, like
in the
sucking
fescue.
bugs out of the mud?
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of the time they're like, we're hunting flooded annual ryegrass.
Okay. So you like sheet water type
Mhm.
stuff?
Yep,
And
sheet water
okay.
stuff. Or like you're hunting like a creek, like creeks or the river system, like what you guys do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not any dry field though.
Okay.
Early season, like, if you ever watch like hunting videos and stuff of guys in anywhere, Kansas, Ohio,
Midwest and
yeah, they're
farmland.
hunting,
Yeah.
dry cornfield, dry wheat field. They're hunting a peanut field in
'Cause
Texas.
I always associate that with like goose hunting,
Right.
Yeah.
So it's really weird to me. Like I would never think of.
Isn't
doing
that weird?
Yeah.
That you like, you like see like a, early season's a great example of cut cornfield.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'd think, oh, I'll go shoot ducks out there. Well, if you were anywhere else, yeah, you would.
Yeah.
Not here though.
Yeah,
Super
not here.
weird.
Yeah.
So over here, like it's a real, like if there's water out there, that's great. You can probably, get some ducks out there, but
Yeah,
if
if
there's
it's
no
flooded.
water out there, like,
Yeah. It's not happening.
I feel like this probably has to do with the amount of water we have. Just kind of everywhere.
yeah. And I think a lot of it too comes from like where our ducks come from. Like we talked about earlier, like a lot of ducks come from Alaska,
Yeah.
BC, Alberta.
Mhm.
But yeah, the west side of the state is all like not really dry land hunting.
Yeah.
Now you hop the Cascades and you go to the east side of the state. You can shoot them in dry fields, dry grain
Oh, you
fields.
can.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
really.
Klamath Falls is the same way too. K Falls, you can go
Yeah.
shoot them in a grain field.
Because I always feel
Interesting.
like
It's crazy.
Klamath
Huh.
is sort of like the duck hunting mecca of Oregon, but maybe I'm wrong about that because we just
It
have-
can be.
yeah.
I
It's
think
just
you're-
such important duck habitat is what I've been told by like all these different people.
It's huge for like wintering and for them
Yeah.
like for their layovers and stuff.
Uh-huh.
But like where you're at right now is a huge. It's just
Yeah.
like it's like hidden behind a tree. Nobody wants to like look around. Nobody wants to talk about it. It's
Sure.
just this hush hush.
Uh-huh.
Crazy thing that. We kill so many. Like there's so many ducks around here.
Yeah.
It's wild.
It really is.
It's
It's
crazy
very
how many ducks
surprising.
are around here. And
Yeah.
the peak of the season, like the peak of the migration with the right weather pattern, like you can see thousands and thousands and thousands
yeah.
of ducks in a day.
I've had like duck tornadoes,
Yeah.
and that's on the coast too.
Yeah.
But in the valley, man, we have so much food for them.
We hunted a field last year. It was a flooded clover field. And I
Really?
kid you not, there seriously was probably like 10,000 ducks in it, 12,000
Oh
ducks.
my
It was
gosh.
it was absurd.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
It was the craziest.
Were they there when you pulled up and started setting up, or
Yeah,
did they
so
come
what
in?
so what had happened is it was around Christmas time last year.
Uh-huh.
We had all that rain. Everything
Yeah.
came up. Well, when it all
Okay.
came up, it stopped raining for a couple days and it started to recede. Well, when the water receded, the field maintained in this weird, probably 500 or 600 yards due northwest of us. There was this pocket out in the middle of this field that had
Okay.
water in it. It just
like
held water.
a big puddle, like a
Yeah.
slough almost.
Yeah, top of your foot deep.
Okay.
4 inches
Wow.
deep.
Yeah.
And they all got up. Like we knew they were out there,
Uh-huh.
but we didn't have access to as different field owner. So we set up where we did. We just put out like 14 or 16 dozen decoys,
Yeah.
and they'd get up and they'd start flying. An eagle would fly over, get them all up, and the whole sky would just turn black.
Wow.
and then you'd see like
What?
little bunches come off of them,
Oh,
and then
man.
we'd just start hammering on, just wah, 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 wah,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
trying to get them to come over,
And
we'd just pick them off from there. We ended up getting, I think we killed 42
Man.
out of there that
Wow.
morning. But
Wow.
yeah, it was crazy. The amount of birds out there was just absurd.
Yeah.
And they'd all get up and they'd all just like fly over, and you're just like,
Huh.
Wow.
Yeah.
yeah, it was crazy.
At that point, too, when there's that many birds and that many opportunities to try again, you can have a little bit more fun with it, you know?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not as stressful of like you're blowing one of 3
Right.
opportunities of the day. It's like
Yeah.
we can have some fun and
Mhm.
oh, you moved and
Plus,
that
like,
group
most of
didn't come
the-
in, but there's 1 in 2 minutes, you know?
Yeah. Most of the shots that we were getting too were really good shots because we were set up on a big oak tree line and the sun
Mhm.
was behind us. We were completely in the shade and the shadows. And I mean,
Yeah.
they didn't have a clue that we were sitting there.
Yeah.
I mean, we were
Yeah.
shooting widgeon like right over our flippy that was like 20, maybe
Yeah.
20 yards, 25 yards out in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
It was great. It was cool.
That-
Wow.
That's one of the number one things to think about for setting up is like, where's the light going to be? Because
Mhm.
you can blind the ducks to where they can't really see you,
Yeah.
you know, especially like you said, sitting in the shadows. And then,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we learned that last year out in the bay, with the light, with the sun, where that's
I
gonna rise.
forgot we had that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
That
was a
was
good day.
another bufflehead day because a lot of times the bays are like that. But, you know,
Yeah.
we were just decoying in these buffleheads over and over and over and over again. It was just so fun.
They're
just-
fun to shoot, but boy,
Yeah.
they're frustrating.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, they're so
Yeah.
fast.
And they tell you everything too. They tell you how far you're leading, how far you need to be leading.
Yeah.
yeah,
And you can
Oh,
you can correct on your second shot, and it'll tell you where you're wrong again.
I
Like
think it's
it
because
just-
they're so fast, you know?
yeah.
hard to
Oh, and they're
hit. Yeah.
like this far off the water,
Mhm.
so you see your spread.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the that day was awesome though because we just inadvertently set up with the sun blaring. It was a bluebird day, and that sun was just burning a hole in the back of our heads.
Yep.
And all the birds were coming in toward us because we had our back toward like almost a tree line. And man, that was like we got to
Lesson.
interact with like hundreds of birds that day.
Huge lesson that day was sun, because we were not hitting that well. We were just behind a stump.
Yeah, we weren't hitting it all.
Yeah.
It was just the sun.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's cool. I've never hunted Eastern Oregon, and I don't really like to spot burn and name specific spots, but I feel like this is one that literally everyone in the world knows is Summer Lake, you know? And I feel like it's real popular to go make a pilgrimage out there for opening weekend and stuff.
Yeah, we've done it for. I mean, I've done it for 15 years, 16 years in a row, or 50. Well, see, I'm 30,
Yeah.
so it'd be. I've done it for like 15 or 16 years, and I've done it for 11 years in a row now.
Wow.
Wow, that's so cool.
And then the
Wow.
guy we go with, he's gone for 20, 24, 25 years in a row.
Wow. And you're doing
Man.
opening day out there?
Mhm.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
What is it about Summer Lake that's so good for opening day?
It's just the amount of birds.
Okay.
It's a prime, you know, if you like geographically speaking, if you look at kind of the layout around there, it's like
Yeah.
they're stopping
else they
there.
need?
Like there's
Yeah.
nothing between there and you know,
Mhm.
there's some like little pockets here and there, but it's just
Sure.
such a big holdover.
Yeah.
That and it's just like it's beautiful. The scenery
Yeah,
over there.
yeah.
I mean, it's just like it's seriously God's country. It's just like this big, huge mountain ridge on the other side of the highway and this big valley of nothing, sagebrush,
okay.
and then Alkali Lake, and then the Diablo Mountains on the other side. You're just perfectly perched in
It's
this.
right in the middle. That's
Yeah.
what I was gonna ask, is if it was more farm or if it was more like wild. But that's cool to hear.
So
that
it
it's
used to be like grazeland back
Sure.
way
like cattle
back.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's just a big alkali flat.
You know, one thing I found is that cows and ducks get along pretty well.
They do.
Yeah,
There's a-
ducks love pastures.
I have not
Yeah.
seen that.
Oh man, yeah. Like anytime
You
I'm.
ever heard of cowboarding?
No, I haven't.
Cowboarding, like using a
Tell-
cowboard decoy.
No. Oh really?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
It's a big thing, like in the
What?
Midwest too.
I haven't seen that. I thought you meant to hide behind it.
Yeah,
But
that's
it's
what I'm
just-
saying. Like
oh,
a
okay,
cowboard.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just
Just put a
stick it in
cow
the ground
down.
and you
And
hide. Yeah.
No.
all I know
way.
is that almost every time this time of year I look out at a cow pasture, there's ducks in it.
hmm
Like-
and a lot of people like overlook
Wow.
it.
They get along really well.
And there's
I
always
overlook it, yeah.
always water in cow pastures. It
always.
seems like.
Yep.
Yeah.
And always.
Yeah.
It's
Oh.
maybe it's because the land you choose for cows is wetter.
I
You
have
know,
no idea.
but yeah,
Interesting.
it's an interesting phenomenon.
As you guys are saying this, I'm like remembering there's this one spot I drive by all the time, and I'm always looking for like wood ducks because it's a wooded area, but it's also a cow pasture, and That makes so much sense now.
I found one
Wow.
last year. Like I just happened to be driving the right place. I was with I had my daughter. My wife was taking a nap, and I was sitting at home, and I was like, I'm going to scout. So I grabbed Parker, our daughter, threw her in the Tahoe because I don't know why I didn't take the truck. I just put her in my wife's Tahoe, and we're driving around. She's watching Bluey or whatever in the back, and I'm
sweet.
Got my binoculars on the dash, and I turned down a road, and I just seen a pair. Just pair of ducks.
Oh yeah.
Just bomb into the spot, and I'm like,
oh okay.
Where's that?
I got over the hill, and I'm like looking. All of a sudden, I saw like 6 or 8 more just right into this little corner of this cow pasture field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got over, parked.
I love it, dude.
Hazards on, stood on the side rail, and I'm looking, and there's, 300, 400, 500 ducks out there, and I'm like,
Oh my
wow.
goodness.
what? Why? Like, what do you? And they just
Yeah.
kept coming in and coming in. It was like right in the evening time.
Yeah.
And I'm calling my
Man.
buddies, and I'm like, okay, I got this farmer. I don't know him. Do you know him? Do you know anybody that does know him? Is he a good guy? Like, what's the story? But yeah, it's just a cow pasture that no rhyme or reason. We're just out there vegging.
I just feel like it has to be a food thing. It has to be.
Yeah, it probably is.
I mean, because think of like all the bugs that like cows are pooping everywhere.
Well, and that's
it's like a bug factory, right?
That's part of you talk about knowing early season like duck behavior and biology is early season like that. When it's warm, they're not eating high carb food. They're not eating corn. They're just vegging out on bugs.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, they're eating bugs. They're eating smartweed. They're eating stuff like that.
Okay.
When it's getting cold and stuff, like they're looking for like high carb food, something to load up on, something that
like wheat fields and corn,
Wheat,
flooded
corn,
stuff,
yeah.
hazelnuts.
Hazelnuts. That's another phenomenon that's been going on the last couple years. Place I lease in Corvallis, guy's got a big hazelnut farm across the road, and like he sends videos of just thousands and thousands of mallards and wood ducks just like literally marching through the hazelnuts. Seriously.
What?
It's bizarre.
So I'm imagining, like in whatever other countries they have like flocks of thousands of ducks that they run through fields to eat the weeds. That's kind of what I'm picturing.
It just like he sent us a video of him like standing on his porch, and you could just watch like 100, 150 mallards just into the hazelnuts.
Wow.
Another group into the hazelnuts.
And I've killed them before on the edges of hazelnut fields, like even mallards, and you cut them open and they have just a crop full of nuts.
We killed
uncracked.
Yeah, we
nuts.
killed a couple. We killed a couple years ago, probably like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And when you grab them, you just felt them, and you're like,
what are you?
"What is
full
it?
of-
Like
full
you
of
eating
marbles?
Yeah, you eating marbles?
Yeah.
Somebody slice it open, and you're like, oh,
Wow.
Hazelnuts.
weird. Hazelnuts.
Uncracked hazelnuts.
Yeah, and then the next one's got corn in it, and you're like,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
I killed a buck once, and his stomach was full of corn. I was pretty close to some farmland, but someone's definitely feeding that deer. But anyway, yeah, the ducks. It's amazing to me. You mentioned how wood ducks are able to crack the nuts as they eat them. Is that
They can.
I
did
didn't
not know
realize
that.
that. I thought they were swallowing them whole too.
Well, a lot of times they do swallow them home, but they can split them open. You ever
Okay.
notice the end of the beak?
Oh yeah, it's strong. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like hooked.
Yeah, it's hooked. They can.
And I've seen in the last,
And maybe not hazelnuts. Maybe it's maybe they can get into some nuts. I don't know if it's hazelnuts for sure because
Hazelnuts are strong.
they're hard.
they're
Yeah.
hard.
You think of like trying to crack one open like a walnut, like one of the walnut, like a nutcracker.
Yeah.
You need one of those to get into it. Like
Well, that's why I'm amazed that they're swallowed whole. Like it's just blows my mind to think their gizzard has to be able to crack that. Otherwise, they wouldn't eat them. If they can't digest, they're not stupid.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Man.
Yeah, they have some tough stuff in there. But I've noticed in the last 5 years an increase in wood ducks in the places I hunt. I don't know if you've noticed that too, sort of like a population trend going up or anything, but I just feel like the groups I'm seeing are getting bigger and bigger, and I'm seeing them more and more often. Maybe I'm just getting better at hunting, but
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, trying to think. Like, I mean, my pothole's got hazelnuts around it. It's on a little muddy creek, and there's always tons of wood ducks around. I mean, they're just they live in that muddy creek.
Because our wood ducks are mostly residents, right? They're not.
I don't know. They're really hard to study migrations on.
Yeah,
that's part of the problem with wood ducks is like nobody really knows like where they go.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah, it's all in how they. I'd have to look it up again. I looked it up in the past.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's something weird about like being able to like track their migrations. Like you can see a group of mallards like migrating.
Yeah.
But like you never see like you're not like, oh look, there's 55 wood ducks flying.
Yeah.
Never ever.
Yeah, never ever.
I've never seen them.
They're always like in small groups or pairs. and in, flooded timber they love, obviously.
Yeah.
Sloughs. I saw 150
Hazelnut
today in the
orchards.
slough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, they very well could be going up.
I'll just assume that I'm getting better at hunting.
That's what I would say.
Yeah.
You're picking up on more, probably.
Hey, here's another duck behavior thing that's pretty interesting. Gage and I went a couple weeks ago, and Gage is a walker. You know how there's different duck hunters who some of them just feel the need to go on a little journey.
Nature walk.
Especially right around 9 a.m. or so. Just Gage can't help himself. He's got to go on a walk.
Yeah.
And so he was going on a walk, and he's walking down the edge of this slough. And explain what you saw up in the tree. Just a big group of mallards hanging out in a tree.
Yeah, so I shot a hen wood duck across this slough, and I go up and around to go find it because it was injured, and I just couldn't get to it before it swam into the thickest stuff you can imagine. And I'm going around
Get
this
a little
corner.
closer to your mic.
I'm going around this corner, and I'm just keeping my eyes peeled for the wood ducks roosted up in the trees because it's kind of like that time of the day. And I look up, and I see this absolute football sitting up in the tree. And just then, my dog's with me, and he's 8 months old, so he's running around.
In training, but he's
He's
doing
in
great.
training.
Right.
He's doing really good. And I snap a stick, and my dog is like going all crazy. And I see this massive greenhead and a hen fly down kind of like out in front of me, well out of shotgun range, and up and around and out of the slough. And I swear it was a mallard. It was a mallard drake.
I've seen videos of like big honkers sitting on top of pine trees.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
If I saw that, I would immediately think turkey.
It was I think it was last Christmas. One of the guys we hunt with sent me a picture of like two geese standing on the top of a pine tree. And he's like, "Well, there's my Christmas goose," and I'm like, "What?
How do they even land?
That's
They
so funny.
They need.
You know how hard that would be?
Yeah.
I mean, that's like a stagnant. I mean, I guess it's the same way that they land like in a field.
But they still kind of
Right.
come in at an angle.
Well,
you
they
know?
hit the ground running. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
You can't do that on a pine tree.
I've seen mallards sit, maybe not like up in trees.
This was like 40 feet up in the air.
Yeah,
It was
that's a
up
little
there.
high, but I mean, I could see it. I mean, I saw one last year. We were doing a job up at Estacada, up in Estacada at the water treatment plant. Whatever river runs through Estacada, I don't know what it is, but
Sandy
is it the Sandy?
Sandy River.
Really steep, rocky bluffs on the side.
Clackamas.
Well, there's this big tree, and I'm standing there, and I kept hearing this mallard.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, where's this thing at? And I'm like looking, and I'm like, now I'm starting to get irritated. And I see it, and I'm like, oh, there it is. And I'm watching it, flies over, and it lands on this 1.5 foot long, 6-inch thick, like snap off from like the winter.
Yeah.
It's so
60,
funny.
70 yards up in the tree.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
huh.
What? Like,
I guess that
weirdest thing ever.
Ducks just kind of do what they want to do.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I looked it up. And the Reddit forums were saying that a lot of people see it every once in a while. I mean, it's not like a common thing.
You know what they say?
Hmm.
If you read on Reddit, it's true.
It's true. It's true.
That's what I say.
Yeah.
That's why.
Oregon State Police doesn't agree with that, by the way. So don't take that with you too far. But yeah, I mean, they definitely could. I mean, they do some weird stuff, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's just.
I heard one of the guys said that local resident mallards pick up on the behavior of the wood duck.
I could definitely believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe that's true. I don't know. It's Reddit.
Off topic, but we used to have a cat that would like bark. Can't imagine cats and mallards are too. You know.
Hey,
start hearing
everyone just wants to live and eat and reproduce, right?
Yep. To each their own.
So yeah, no, that's cool. We wanted to bring that up just because it was like I've never seen it, but obviously wood ducks live in trees, but
I can see it.
Yeah. So because we were just talking about the different hunting around Oregon, do you ever find yourself making plans like a drive away to hit migration? Are you paying attention to migration, or you just duck hunt wherever, whenever?
I mean, yeah, we watch the migration. Like, I'll watch and like I'll definitely like I have a couple like Instagram pages that I follow that are north of us.
Okay.
Like one's like up in like the Rick Rail area, Monmouth area. Couple guys like up in the Kennewick area, like Tri-Cities area.
Okay.
And
Yeah, so way
then-
further north.
Yeah, and then like the Portland, like obviously like the Savi's Island waterfowl page is pretty they post pretty
Yeah.
often. But like that's not gonna like deter me from going out. Like
Sure.
and like the other thing too is like we'll get pushes of birds in from the coast that have nothing to do with north and south.
The storms. They'll
Yeah.
move. The birds will move
There's
all the way
nothing-
to the valley.
There's nothing better than like a stagnant day in the valley that's gonna be on the heels of a gnarly night at the coast.
Dude, it's
Oh.
awesome. And the birds can make it over the coast range in like hours.
And it's easy peasy for
Yeah.
them with that wind.
They
They
just
get
fly
up
right
there.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Interesting.
wild. Like one, it was a couple years ago. They had a day over kind of like in the Newport area where it was just windy, rainy, nasty. And over here, I mean, it was windy and rainy, but like not like that. And the
more duck
next
weather,
day was
yeah.
just bonkers. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it was
Interesting.
absurd. Like it was a day. I mean, out there with James Rice, the guy that I leased the pothole from out there. I mean, they had killed 28 ducks. I'd killed 14 at the pothole. The guys down below me had another one had killed 19 or 20. The other blind shot like 16. I mean, he was like, this is
Wow.
the most like
Yeah.
outlandish day.
Man.
And we were talking about it. And I guarantee, and it was like it was a lot of widgeon and somebody had shot like a can, which is kind of odd for around here.
Yeah.
And I go, I bet it was
Yeah.
probably the storms over there that blew all
Uh-huh.
these birds in.
Well, you hear about
Interesting.
people shooting scoters like way up the Columbia,
Yeah, guy killed one in I think it was like Arizona a couple years ago.
A scoter?
No
Yeah, like a white
way.
wing.
Did he need a seabird permit?
I don't know, but I was kind of curious about it. We used to have a brant that ran around by Finley.
Really?
Yeah, it would fly with groups of cacklers, and I always
Huh.
made the comment like, "What happens if you whack that thing?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
And then everybody's like, "Well, you should know what you're shooting at." I'm like, "Well, yeah, I know, but like
Everyone
also
says
like
that.
when you're shooting at
Every single person.
when you're
says
shooting
that.
into
So
a group of
annoying.
cacklers and there's
Yeah.
a brant in there, like it's I
It's
could
not
see getting
fair.
that
Why would you expect
Yeah,
that?
I
You
could
know?
see that
Like,
getting
they're like the
mixed
same
up.
size, aren't they?
relatively
Yeah.
speaking, yeah,
Yeah.
Because when I was out there, I was trying to get pictures of it. And
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, where is this?
Because you
thing?
do some photography stuff, don't you?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. That's
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
But-
That's cool. Wow.
Man. No, one day, and I think I might have told this story before on the podcast, but whatever. I used to have this 12-foot John boat, and I didn't like have a motor for it or anything. For years and years, I would just paddle it around, or I had like an electric motor,
Mhm.
And when you're sitting in the back of a 12-foot John boat and there's not really anything else in it other than a few decoys, it's pretty nose in the air.
Yeah.
And so I went with my friend Jericho, who's a co-host on the podcast too, and we went out to the bay. And the night before we were gonna hunt, we get this extreme weather warning from the coast, monsoon coming, and we're like, ducks like rain. We'll see what it's like. So we go out there, man, and it was no joke. It was, I can't even tell you how fast the wind was going, but it was ripping hard. White caps everywhere from the wind. The ducks weren't flying. Like the ducks that we saw were being blown around by the wind.
Oh yeah.
And
No
so
way.
we get out to this sandbar spit that we're setting up on, and I realized I left my phone on top of my pickup. I let like a waterproof phone case. So then I took the boat back by myself, and the wind was helping me get back to the truck. That was no problem. I got there in a matter of minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I turned around to use the electric motor and put myself back
Nothing.
up the wind. And I was able to kind of slowly move. And by this time, shooting light's already there. It's taking so long for me to fix this mistake. And a gust of wind comes, and the front of my John boat comes off the water.
Oh my
and
goodness.
it was, I don't know what it looked like, but it felt like when you're in that thing, it feels like it's vertical.
Yeah.
I felt like I was about to blow over. So I quickly climbed into the nose of it, and it slams back down in the water, and the wind is just ripping, and Jericho saw the whole thing, and he's laughing at me. And, then I see a bufflehead hen in the water. I try to water swat it, and I missed. Anyway, the only bird I killed that day was a pintail hen. And it was a juvenile pintail hen.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was a teal when I shot it. It was so small. But anyway, what I learned is if the weather says monsoon, go somewhere else.
Yeah, there's definitely a
Yeah.
certain point where like the wind is like too much. Like,
Oh, dude. Yeah.
we had a windstorm last year, I think it was. Like winds at like 28 to 30 sustained with like gusts up to like 50.
yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
that's going to be a good day to be out there.
Mhm.
And then I'm like, I don't think that's a good day to be out
No.
there. I think it's a
Yeah.
bad day.
No.
Just slip in.
It becomes too much for the ducks, believe it or not. Yeah.
Interesting.
What's your favorite month for duck hunting?
got to be bittersweet January. December or January. I mean, it's kind of a toss-up. January's, January can be really good or it can be really bad.
Yeah.
Sometimes in January, you'll get those weird, like, not cold, just like a blah
Bluebird
kind of
day,
day.
right?
Bluebird, I love bluebird days.
Yeah.
Where it's cold and with like a little wind. I'll hunt a bluebird day all day long.
Okay. Yeah.
But like, just no weather. It's like 50 degrees, 52 degrees, no wind, no sun, just like kind of gloomy, But
I feel like a lot of November was like that this year.
A lot of the season's been like that.
Yeah.
It's been a very off season. Like I've killed 22, 23 ducks.
Yeah. Yeah.
And normally by now I'm like cooking. And I'm just.
Oh, really?
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just-
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I've killed one duck this year. That's what happens when you're the boat.
I hunt a lot though.
When
like,
you're the boat captain, you tend to,
Right.
everyone else shoots, but
Yeah.
I love doing it. I'm happy to be the boat captain, but
Right.
yeah. No, I agree. For me, I love January because in December, but usually January because it does get colder.
Mm-hmm.
The ice storms, man.
Yeah.
If there's an ice storm, I'm duck hunting. I'll cancel any plans like that. Best duck hunting day of my entire life was on the Willamette during an ice storm, and it was just amazing how many birds are in the freaking water. Like,
Especially on the river because they
Oh,
can't go
dude.
anywhere else because everything else is locked
that's
up.
the thing. I love it
Yeah.
because everything else is frozen, so
We
they're
used
just
to,
they're stuck in the river, and it's a great day to be out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Even
I
grew
flying
up-
all
I-
day long.
I
There's
grew up
no
hunting
dead zone.
the Willamette in like the Albany Corvallis area, and
Oh yeah.
those were the best days. The days that you needed to like salt the ramp.
Yep. We
Oh,
we
wow.
salted the ramp.
We always had like 2 or 3
Yeah.
bags of de-icer
Yep.
in our truck,
Wow.
and we'd lay it down the boat ramp. Like whoever got there first, there was 2 or 3 of us that used to hunt, and we all had it just in case. And
Yeah.
you'd get to the ramp, you see the boat there, and you're like, you see the guy, the truck and trailer,
Yep.
and your first thought is, cool. Well, we're not going to go hunt this spot.
Uh-huh.
But then your second thought is, hey, we don't need to de-ice the ramp because it's probably already de-iced, or it's already refroze depending on how
Yeah.
cold it is.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing about hunting, like we said earlier, but it's true on the river. Like, if all the sloughs are loaded up with hunters, the
Not a
ducks
bad
are gonna
thing.
keep moving. Yeah,
As long as there's another spot.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for where I hunt on the river, there's spots to go.
Has it been
around.
like super busy up here?
Yeah,
Has it? Okay, because I've talked to a few guys that are like, this is like the most I've seen it.
a lot of new hunters too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been busy.
It's getting really popular,
Yeah,
which is
fine as long as we can
Give and
spread
take.
out. Private land versus public land pressure. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
trendy right now.
it is. It's like golf
Yeah.
during COVID.
Yeah, dude.
Guilty as charged, dude. I got into golf like.
Oh, you did?
Oh, I thought I was gonna be the next.
All right. Well,
Rest
that
of
wraps it up for
Deschambeau.
the podcast.
Yeah, we were golfing all the time, dude. That was like
Wow.
my favorite thing to do.
Really?
I'd get off work and pick the wife up and go, "You want to
Yeah.
go golf? Yeah, let's go
Oh.
golf."
Good for you,
When
man.
it's not duck season, of course.
You've golfed, right, Gage?
obviously.
You used to do a bit of that.
Not really golf,
Oh,
but
okay. I thought
I
you
was a
did.
sports guy, so I
Yeah.
did some golf. Like
My wife
bits
really
and
liked
pieces.
having a couple drinks and driving the cart.
Oh, sweet.
Ah,
That was
yeah.
her
yes.
favorite thing to do.
It's the only time you can drink and drive.
That's what I told her. I said, "You better get it out of your system."
It's practice.
I used to be relegated to kayak only, pretty much, or like I said, my little John boat that didn't have a motor or anything. But now that I've sort of built up my setup and I have a boat that's getting better every year, and upgrade my motor and stuff, man, I just love the capability of being able to take my boat out. But also, I don't hunt any private land.
Mm-hmm.
Do you find yourself, because I'm hearing you talk, it sounds like you're mostly blind and shore on like shallow water stuff.
Yeah, for the most part.
What's your favorite day though? If you could pick a boat day or a shore day?
Big shore guy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, even we'll use a boat every once. Like when we hunted the river and stuff. As
Uh-huh.
I got older, we'd use the boat for transportation,
oh yeah.
get everything out there, and then we'd run it around the gravel bar and
Park it,
yep,
hide it.
yep,
Yeah,
hide it, and then just hunt from the shore.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm a big land guy.
Okay.
Hunting out of a boat's fine. I mean, that's what I
Yeah.
grew up doing. I mean, we would hunt out of the boat, and
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was fine. I mean, we had a
Yeah.
good time doing it. We never really
Mm-hmm.
did anything other than that for hunting ducks, and then we'd go do like combo hunts
Yeah,
out in
yeah.
a flooded cornfield or a flooded annual field in Millersburg or Jefferson or
Mhm.
whatever back in the day where the houses are at now.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah. And you, well, what I was going to say is that I'm kind of going the other direction because as I like attempt to make my boat more and more blinded in, I've been trying to go to where I am hunting out of the boat more where like, in the past, it's always try to park the boat, walk 100 yards away from it,
Yeah. And we never really like, if we never had the right setup, let's put it that way. We had a Lumaweld Super V.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Not the ideal duck boat. Had a big 80 horse tower power prop on it.
Oh man, yeah.
Like, was not. That's what I'm saying. Is
good.
like we didn't we just would hunt out of it because it was already a miracle that we got up there without hitting anything. Which didn't happen every time. We hit our fair share of things. But
that's the story of the Willamette.
I mean, if you've got like my ideal boat, if I were to spend the money and get a boat, I would get like a 1860 with a surface drive and a scissor blind on it. Yeah. And I would never get out of it. I would hunt it every single day. I'd say bye-bye to private land.
Really?
And I'd go chase ducks all over on public land. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love private land hunting and like hunting flooded fields and stuff, but there's so many cool spots to go and hunt that I grew up hunting that I'd love to get back into, but monetarily speaking and kind of where I'm at in life is just not going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I feel that. I mean, for me, I think the hardest thing about hunting out of a boat is hiding it. I really do think that's the number one.
There's no 90-degree angles in nature.
Yeah.
And your boat's full of them.
And
you've got to do your best to like, the synthetic blind grass now and all the 3-dimensional grassing and stuff that they've got. It really changes the game.
Yeah, but you pay for it.
Yeah. FA has it's called a tuft brush, and it's like big tufts of grass.
Is it synthetic?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. I didn't know they had that.
Yeah, you can get I think it's like 15 pounds for like $70 or something, $75.
Yeah.
It's supposed
Sell
to
it by the pound. Wow.
It's supposed to cover like when you if you go onto like Rogers and you look it up, they give you like how much it would cover.
Okay.
But like it's sweet. Like,
yeah.
It's way better than like the fast grass or the quick grass. That stuff's synthetic, but like after a year it just disintegrates.
Yeah. Well, and like that's the thing is like you use real grass, you get half a season out of it.
Yeah.
Use a lot of the fake stuff, you get 1 season out of 2, maybe, probably 1.
Yeah.
So it's cool to hear that they're working on,
And then you use burlap, and then you don't get any ducks.
Yeah.
When we used to use like the old like leafy netting.
Oh yeah.
Like the stuff that you'd go down to like the army co-op.
Yeah.
And buy.
I have like
That's
something
all we
similar
used.
to that.
It's like green and brown. We'd alternate it, and then we'd throw some.
I
don't even know if we used to like throw anything on it. I think we just crossed our fingers and.
Yep. No, that's kind of where I'm at right now. But I'm working on a design.
Oh.
Paige and I remember.
Don't
be
design.
surprised. You're helping me with this.
Well,
thing.
I thought that was I thought it was a new design that you came up with.
No, it's the design. We need to perfect. We need to perfect it. And then mass produce it.
Yes.
And then it'll be our jobs.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm working on a couple of decoy designs right now.
Oh, sweet.
Ooh,
we'll see how that goes, but.
Well, maybe our brands will merge someday.
Yeah.
Maybe. I already told the guy, I'm a cheap sellout, dude. Like I'll sell the patent for not much right now.
Contact Final Approach and see what they say. Yeah. And then the one thing I wanted to bring up too is kayak hunting, man. I've done like of all my duck hunting, 80+% of it is kayaking,
Mm-hmm.
And dude, the biggest challenge with kayaking is also hiding the kayak, but it's not as hard as a boat. The hard thing is shooting from sitting position with a life vest on.
Yeah.
And I have a life vest that has the unpadded shoulders, for shooting. It doesn't matter when you're sitting in a kayak, it pushes it up, and it just like what I want to do and what we're gonna do, because we have someone who's gonna help us out, is set the kayak up in a field and sit in it with the life jacket on and practice skeet shooting.
Yeah.
Because it's like every year. And in fact, Jericho shoots a shotgun wrong now because he also has done like 99% of his duck hunting is from a kayak, and he shoots it off of his bicep.
Yeah.
So that's how he shoots now.
To get it outside of that vest.
To get
I
it
always
off the vest.
wore the sport style ones.
Like the inflatable ones?
Yeah. I always wore those.
Do they stay off the shoulder? Depends on the model.
Yeah,
maybe?
I want to say I used to like put it underneath, which hindsight, terrible idea, but I used to put it underneath my wader straps to kind of keep it, because part of me was like, whatever, like I'm not gonna, am I gonna roll over?
Sure.
I probably am, but
Yeah.
at least I have it on.
Yeah.
Now when when I pull that cord and it
Uh-huh.
goes like that, is it going to cause problems? Yeah, probably, but
Yeah.
at least it's out of my way.
Your waders and say goodbye to those, right?
Pretty
If you're in a
much.
current.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I flipped once, and I always would wear my waders, except I think this is like the one day I didn't wear my waders and I flipped, and I was in a pretty strong current, and so what happened is I was coming around a corner in current, and I looked at my OnX map to just see where I was in the run, and then I look up and suddenly there's a log, like the ones that are touching the surface of the water.
They're like just kind of like
Yeah.
buoyant almost.
Uh-huh. And as soon as my kayak touched it, it was a split second and it's full of water. It was a sit inside kayak. And so it happened in slow motion though. So I just kind of like, as I'm in the water, I pull my legs out, grab my backpack, grab my shotgun. I didn't have my life jacket on. I was sitting on it, grab my life jacket, and then sling my arm with my shotgun that I'm holding over my kayak. And then I'm just kind of holding on to all this gear floating down the current, and I can't touch. It's too deep. And so then I try
like the heebie-jeebies.
Dude, it was cold. It was cold enough that I couldn't breathe, where you're doing the
it takes the breath right out of your chest.
Breathe. And then I finally tiptoed, felt some gravel, and started doing the moonwalk, kind of jumping, and pulled everything up onto the shore. My phone wasn't in a phone case. It had just enough life left. I called my wife and I said, I need you to come pick me up at this bridge because I won't be able to do the full run. And then phone's a brick. And so then I just got as dry as I could, drained everything out, got to the bridge, and about 45 minutes later my wife shows up, and so
sitting there shivering the whole time.
That's it's you got to be careful.
I did a bunch of kayak hunting for a while there. I had a spot off the river that I could access with the kayak.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I had some really fun hunts, but I also had some really dumb ideas. Like the water was up just enough that I was like, well, I'll go hunt over here, and then instead of having to paddle back through this crap, I'll just go out, I'll get in the channel, I'll come into the mouth of the bay. It's a terrible idea because I had a pack of decoys on the front of the kayak, and I got out in the current, and dude, I had such a bad panic attack. I seriously, I thought I was gonna die.
Oh,
because I started going, and I turned, and when I took my first pull, it rolled this way. It rolled like this, and I was just like,
and the water's powerful, dude.
Yeah.
It
was like flood stage high.
Yep.
And I got back in, and I was like, I was dumb.
You ever get raked? Like the bushes hanging in the water, you get drugged under that stuff, and to me that other than when I actually flipped, that's the most scared I was like you're inevitably heading toward brush and you cannot avoid it.
Yeah, nothing
you just
you can do about it.
All right, put the paddle forward, lean my head down, and just hope that I don't hit something too big for me to poke through. And
see, that's
what kills people is getting hung up.
They get hung up, or they get rolled over and they can't get out.
Yep. That it's the willows that really kills the most people.
That thing,
and that's why I do private land. Shore hunt. Because I don't trust that stuff.
And that's why I've loved having my boat, because it is a lot less effort and a lot safer to get to the places that I go to.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I still take the kayak out every once in a while, but I've been way more tame with the kayak than I was. Maybe it's just a natural part of having kids.
I think it is.
And thinking about dying more often than I used to, I stopped
doing a lot of the dumb stuff I did about 2 years ago.
Yeah, when your daughter was born.
When my wife was towards the end of her pregnancy.
Yeah.
I was like, it's like I had like a come to Jesus moment. I was like, all right, time to kind of wisen up a little bit.
Yep.
Stop doing the dumb stuff. Start being a little bit smarter about what you're doing. Like, there's more than just you counting on you now. So
it's a real thing. It's not something that I ever consciously decided. It's just like my behavior
happened.
Just
well, even like
changed.
my work life changed too.
Oh,
like
really?
My work demeanor changed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like the owner of the company I work for was talking to me about it probably 6 months ago, and he was just telling me, he's like, I really noticed once you guys had your kid, you kind of, and I was like, I appreciate it, but I don't know what you're talking about, man. I'm still the degenerate, I'd like to leave early today to go to the casino guy, like that, But it was a weird change that just happened that I didn't. didn't purposely do, but like internally it was like decided. I don't know.
Well, don't start talking about casinos, otherwise Gage is gonna wrap this thing up and
Start shaking.
we
All
have to scratch. his
22 is just right over there. It's Spear Mountain.
Yeah. We can go after this.
Oh yeah, my wife would love that.
I gotta go get panda for dinner. So.
Oh yeah, sweet.
That's funny.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground.
Yeah.
Before we kind of start bringing the show into a landing, I'd love to get some tips that people can take away. I mean, there's been a lot of tips in this episode, but some more direct tips about getting ducks close. Because for me, I think for anyone, that's kind of the game of duck hunting.
Yeah.
You got to know how to get close to them. And so I'd like to hear some tips. First of all, you got any good decoy tips for me?
Yeah, I mean, I actually just really stirred the pot on TikTok a couple days ago.
All right.
I was rigging up. I bought like 4 dozen new FA mallard floaters, and I was rigging them up.
Nice. Yeah.
And they have a rig on each end of the decoy.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, brought my phone up and I posted a video. I said, you rigging the front or the back? Like, and why?
Yeah.
And boy, I pissed a lot of people off.
By asking
Really?
Because like the way, let's decoy tip. So this is about like how to rig your decoys, and everybody was like, well, I do half and half, or I do 60-40 or front and back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Why does it matter?
Uh-huh.
Well, that way they don't face the same direction. And I'm like, so I went out the next day and I threw all my decoys out. They're all rigged on the front. I just threw them out. No flow. Wind. There was some wind.
Uh-huh.
They were all facing a different direction. So I was like, you guys are overthinking it.
Yeah. Because I've only rigged my decoys on the front.
That's how we've always done it. And we've always hunted the river. We've always, and we've never had a problem with it.
But now that you say it, it kind of like makes me think wait a minute though.
Yeah.
Well, we're hunting current.
But
So
we're not hunting current. We're hunting sloughs.
The thought of
there's some current.
Statistically speaking, biologically speaking, when you see a group of ducks that are all facing the same direction, they're getting ready to take off.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've heard that before.
Well, so flip side to the coin is, okay, well, when a group of ducks lands, are they all landing different directions? No. They're not. They're all funneling in off of that lead bird, and they're all following in just like that.
Yeah.
So that's flip side number 1.
Yeah.
Flip side number 2 is, do you really think that they're going to be flying over at 80 yards and look down and be like, yeah, I don't know, Jeff. They're all facing the same way. We should probably just scoot to the next one.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. Ducks are smart. But in my opinion, like if you have, like, say you have 4 dozen, you have 48 decoys out, and say 22 of them are facing the same direction or 30 of them are facing the same direction, in my opinion, like, it's not going to matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Them facing one direction versus the other isn't going to be a make or break for that situation.
Yeah.
Like in my mind, not that, I'm saying that everybody's wrong, because they do. Like, if you ever go out to the refuge and you drive by and you see all the cacklers sitting out there on the water and an eagle's coming, what happens? All of them, they go neck up and they all turn into the wind. And then all of a sudden, from the front to the back, they just start lifting. Has to do with wind, has to do with all of that. But decoy tip. So for me, what I like to do is I try to like step away from like the J, like the J hook or the O or the whatever alphabet.
I mean, the J is the one that I hear the most.
Right.
Yeah.
Which the J has a great design behind it. What you're doing is you're creating a wall that they're not going to pass. But what I do is I'll just, if I'm hunting, like say you guys go out, you scout the river, right?
Yeah.
And you go in and there's 60 or 70 mallards in there, right? And they're all, there's a whole bunch over here, and then there's a few over here.
Yeah.
Well, when I go hunt that spot in the morning, I'm setting them up just like that.
Okay.
Exactly how they were. Not to the T, but
so
I'm putting a big bunch over here and a smaller bunch over here, and then I'll put my flippy out.
Okay.
Depending on the wind, if I'm going to have a crosswind, obviously I'll set it like towards the downwind side. If there's not going to be any wind, then I'll put it kind of as a, say they're going to come in off the river, they're going to funnel this way.
Yeah.
I'll use it as like a blocker to where they'll come in and then they'll kind of swing off of it into like a corner pocket or something.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I mean, and there's no like right or wrong way to do it. And like, I'm not saying if you use a J, you're wrong or anything like that. But like, I've always just like, I match what they're doing.
Match
always-
the hatch.
Yeah, match the hatch. Just, yeah, whatever
So-
fly fishing terminology that is or whatever.
For me though, like I've always done the clump, and I feel like whenever I see a bunch of birds in the water, they're in a clump.
Mhm.
And I think that's kind of what I just heard you say. Is
Yeah, I
you just
mean,
kind of
Yeah,
match
so
what they're
like,
doing, but like it's the clump is how I would describe it, but I don't know how of all the things to worry about, is decoy placement that important, or do you put a
mean,
lot of value in it?
It's
Because
something
you just
that
told me
you
your
can
strategy
control.
sounds good.
I put value in it because that's going to dictate how my shot is.
Okay.
The distance of my shot,
Okay.
the angle, not really the angle because it's not up to me
Yeah.
how they land. I can have
Uh-huh.
a pretty good idea. Like if there's like a, if I have a crosswind,
Mm-hmm.
I know they're probably going to come this way.
Yeah.
Is it going to be enough of a wind for them to need that? I don't know, but
Sure.
I can plan on them coming in this way.
Yeah.
But if I set my decoys up correctly, then what I'm doing is I'm creating almost a when they come in, they see like open water.
Yeah.
They're going to try to set into that open water.
Okay.
There's no right or wrong way really, unless your decoys are all 2 inches apart, touching almost. Then yeah, I probably wouldn't do that.
I want them to look like they're kissing.
Right. Maybe it's getting close to Valentine's
Yeah.
Day. Maybe it's their anniversary. Who knows? Like maybe put some little yellow
They're lovebirds.
put some little yellow duckies out to know that it's a
Yeah.
friendly, welcoming
It's a
environment for
family.
kids. Yeah,
Yeah.
who knows?
Family friendly
Yeah.
establishment.
But yeah, I mean, it's just like really like it comes down to just kind of what you're hunting, how like if you're hunting huge open water, there's a whole different slew of like ways to do it.
Sure.
If you're hunting like where we hunt, like just pockets of sheet water and stuff,
Yeah.
I mean, you set it up so that you have your kill hole
Uh-huh.
and then you have your kind of, everything else is kind of filled up. You leave
Around
like,
it.
Yeah, you leave a spot for them.
Mm.
Now, that's not to say that they're not going
I
to just land wherever
see.
they want to
Okay.
land anyways, because that's what they do.
Yeah.
They'll just land wherever.
But
Oh,
it-
that-
it makes sense. For
That's
them to land
flipping my
open
mind
water.
on how I think
Yeah.
about decoying.
Yeah.
That really is, because I've always saw it as like they're gonna land like in the decoys next to the decoys. I never really thought of it the way you're putting it, of like, no, you're creating the landing
You're creating like
zone
a shooting
because you're
almost-
blocking all the other landing
You're
zones.
creating a funnel. You're funneling them into a
Yeah.
spot.
That's a
Interesting.
really
Like think
good
about
tip.
like geese,
That's a
like
really good tip.
when geese are landing, like when the cacklers are in a big like feed wad, right?
Yeah.
They're all shoulder to shoulder, just
Yeah.
mowing through the field, and a group
Uh-huh.
wants to land. They come in, they work into the wind, and then all of a sudden they do this, and they come stagnant, and then they set down because they're
Yeah.
sitting down, and if you watch, they're looking, they're trying to find somewhere to land
Okay.
because they're landing in the middle.
They don't want to land on each
So
other.
when you're hunting geese, like when we're hunting cacklers and stuff, we'll do a huge big ball of them, just a ball of like 7, 8, 10 dozen cacklers.
Yeah.
Wow.
They just into the top of them.
Right into the group.
Yeah, I mean, you can set, a little wing over here, or, you
Sure.
can run a little.
But the ducks aren't necessarily landing in the group together.
They can't. I mean, there's
Yeah.
always like your,
Yeah.
your flukes, like, sometimes like widgeon are a great example. Like if you leave a
Mhm.
kill hole for widgeon and you put your flippy on the edge of it, they're pretty much going to stand on, like they're going to land on your flippy. I don't know how many times I've shot my wing on my flippy because I'm, we're shooting into widgeon
Yeah.
or whatever,
Yeah.
know, and then again, the flip side of the coin is I don't know how many times I've left a kill hole and what happens, the pair of mallards lands 20 yards to the right and the pile
yeah.
of decoys. It's just,
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
This morning we had something interesting that I thought was like I wouldn't have thought that the mallards would have behaved this way, but we had a line of mallards out in front of us, kind of like parallel to me, and my cousin-in-law. Bring that up again. Yeah, was about 30 yards to my left in his shooting lane, and then we had some teal and stuff, but all of the wood ducks, all of the mallards that we had came straight into the line, like against the line, which I thought was strange. But then we had a mallard, like a drake and a hen, fly 40 yards past the line up against the bank. But we decoyed them in.
Yeah.
Isn't that so? Like, is that something that you've seen?
I mean, I've seen a lot of weird things.
Yeah.
Like
It's so strange.
they'll do whatever they feel most comfortable with. If, like they may have seen something that they didn't like, and then like, say that the hen was the lead bird, the drake was following the hen. She kept going that way and started to go down. He's just gonna follow her.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so hard to. I mean, like I said earlier, you could sit here and you could pick apart the duck hunting with a fine tooth comb and
Yeah.
find all these
Yeah.
reasons why. And the real truth of it is, it's like, who knows?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
your next
where they
group
are.
of birds could have decoyed perfectly.
Yeah.
Or they could have done the same thing, or they could have landed in the trees. I mean, who, you know?
Yeah, like could have seen some
Like my
tree
mallards,
birds.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's really helpful on the decoy question. Next, calling tips. And you don't need to teach us how to call or anything, but just like how timid are you to call? Do you call at as soon as you see high flyers? Are you yelling at them, or are you more reserved, counting more on visual attractants?
I mean, it's all super duper situational.
Okay.
A lot of it depends on the stage of the season we're in, depends on the weather,
Mm.
depends on reacting. One tip that I'll give about calling is read the birds.
Mm.
Watch them. Like if you've got a group of ducks flying by and you start calling, just watch the birds and watch for one bird to just like show interest and
Sure.
then key in on that bird.
Okay.
Because it doesn't take the whole flock.
Yeah.
It just takes one. Like
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I've had like a group of mallards, like 8 or 10 mallards, where you're calling at them, nothing's happening, and then all of a sudden, one bird kind of like you can almost like see it like look over, it starts to bank a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll key in on that bird and I'll call to that one bird, and the rest will follow.
How do you key into one bird? Like you're literally trying
Literally
to make the
just watch
sound
'em.
hit that one bird.
I just watch that bird.
You're just working with that one
Yeah.
bird.
It's the
Yeah.
one that's probably the most receptive to your calling.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's the one that's picking up on what I'm doing. It's liking it. It's showing interest in it.
Sure.
And then I'm just hoping that, and it's burned me a couple of times. Like honestly, you know, yeah, one bird shows interest. They go behind a group of trees, and then what happens? Only one bird came. But you know,
Better than no
it's
birds.
happened multiple times where like the whole group comes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just key in on it and like, you know, essentially just focus all of your efforts into that bird.
Okay.
And you know, and then there'll be times where there's multiple birds in the group that show interest.
Yeah.
But really, it's just like reading the room, and like if you're really like going after them and they're not showing anything, maybe back off, grab a whistle at them a little bit.
Okay.
You know, do a Drake whistle, or
Yeah. It's amazing how they can hear that sometimes.
Yeah.
and it's amazing how far you can hear it from. Like
Yeah.
when you hear them,
Uh-huh.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like on a clear day where there's not much wind or whatever.
And they're like a straight up migrator high flyer. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've noticed that.
Yeah.
It's
I heard
wild.
that a few times.
And
That
you
was
got to think
cool.
like the wind's in their face and everything too, and you just still
Yeah.
hear them.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the times, like stale birds, like early in the season after they've been hunted a bunch, they hate calling. And like a whistle is the way to go. Like you can get their attention with a call, but like when they're working and like
Yeah.
they're just not about it. They don't like it. They don't like the flippy. You know,
Oh,
you pick up a
wow.
whistle, you know, and you all of a sudden they
Mm.
come around and you're like, all right,
There you go.
Huh.
that's the answer
So-
for today.
subtleties.
So it's watching the birds. So how I'm gonna make fun of you. How do I
Oh, yeah.
convince my buddy to stop calling every single time he sees a duck? I'm just kidding.
I get
that
excited.
you?
I get excited.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
Gage,
okay. I
Gage
mean-
is Gage likes to scream at him.
Yep.
Are you good? Are you a good caller?
I'm
He's-
definitely
he's a
getting
new
better,
caller.
but
Cut him some slack.
yeah, I'm
He's
not
a
the
new caller.
best. But
Well,
I'm working on it. Like
yeah.
I'm like actually working on a lot.
I mean, there's
My wife
nothing
hates
wrong
it.
with calling at every bird you see.
Mhm.
Now, if none of them are being receptive and none of them are like showing interest, then it's either a you problem or a they're stale problem.
Mm.
And obviously, like that's the only variable in
And how do I tell?
situational
Yeah.
weather.
Uh-huh.
Is there any weather? Is it balmy out? Is it early in the season? Have we had a big push of migrators yet? Is there any reason for them to be coming? Like, are you guys are you on the X? A lot of the times, like if we're hunting a flooded sheetwater field, we know that we're on the X. Like we
Yeah.
know we're right where they want to be.
Yeah.
So a lot of the times, like we're not really like we'll see a group of birds and we'll just let out one like
Yeah.
and then like you just kind of that's it. Like and
Yeah.
then you grab
Yeah.
a whistle and you whistle at them a little bit. You get them on the corners.
Yeah.
But like you don't really just you don't just hammer them over and over and over again.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of just knowing that it's trying to be aware of where you're at in the season and where you're at kind of geographically speaking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And sometimes, from what we've learned, less is more.
100%.
Yeah, that was a big lesson. For
I
sure.
kind of live by that with duck hunting.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not one to say don't call at him, because like there's days where I go out with, my buddy and he's a guide, and he's got his DR85 and he calls at him a certain way, and I'm looking up and I'm like, that's a pretty big group of mallards, and he's like, yeah, and I'm like, I'm gonna call at him, and he's like, why? And I go, because watch this. And I'll just hit him and hit him and hit him, and then 5 minutes later he's like, okay, next pass, and I'm like, oh yeah. Weird.
Yeah.
But there's also times where I do that and he's like, I told you, and I'm like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You never know. I mean, and it could just be,
I think everyone has a different personality too with how they approach the birds.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
All right, to wrap up the tips section, last question. What is more important? Hiding, movement, and being non-camouflaged, or you can look at them, but you're completely camoed up.
Mm-hmm.
What's your what's more valuable to you, being still or being camoed?
That's a really hard question, because the answer is both. I mean,
Sure.
You know what I mean? But like picking one, I mean, definitely your hide.
Okay.
Your hide can make or break your hunt.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, time after time out. Like we spend.
It breaks my hunt every time.
Does it?
Oh, dude, that's the one. That's the last thing of my kit that I have been working on nailing down forever. Is just
Well, I mean, from that aspect of it, it's hard though, because you're talking. It gets to get a good amount of like blind grass, whether it's raffia grass, quick grass, whatever. Like you're shelling out some serious money.
Yeah.
Like we did a 17-foot boat with raffia grass, and
yeah,
it was expensive.
Oh yeah.
Like hundreds of dollars.
And it doesn't last.
No, especially out here. Like in the Midwest and stuff where it's dry. Yeah, sure. It gets wet, but whenever it dries out, here it just doesn't dry out.
Never.
Yeah.
You could even park it in your garage and put, fans and heaters on it. It's not going to dry out.
Yeah.
Because you're going to take it out in 5 days and it's going to get soaking wet again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like in my eyes, it's hide. When we go out and hunt, even if we're hunting the X, like we'll have, 6 or 7 guys out there, right?
Oh, wow.
Well,
it's a big group. 3
or 4 of them are strictly devoted to getting the blind set up and grassing it. And they have, like, we'll keep grass on them. We use the Rogers, like, A-frame style blinds.
Okay.
So you take off it's essentially like a front fabric cover. You set the frame up, you lay the cover up, you snap it in, attach it, all that.
Yeah.
But you leave it grassed up. So, like, first hunt of the year, we'll put grass in it and everything. And then after that, we'll roll it up, use it, get back, unroll it, let it dry out as best as it can.
Yeah.
Roll it back up.
Okay.
But, like, we'll have a couple guys, like, work on decoys and stuff, and then everybody else just works on grassing. Because if your hide sucks, the birds are going to see you.
Yeah.
You're going to stick out, and then all your time is completely wasted.
Yeah.
And for me, it's the hardest part is finding that hide and being, hidden.
Yeah.
Like,
especially if you have to, like, make it up, like, on your own, like, hunting the river and stuff. It's like, you're not going to, like...
We try to, like, park behind this tree and,
Yeah, we used to carry loppers with us, and we would get in, we know where we want to go, we just put the nose of the boat in there, lop. And lop it so that we can get the boat underneath there, and we've got some head cover, but it's like, okay, what's going on with the front of the boat? That's like, it's like this green tarp with this green and brown leafy... Like we're trying to cover a tank up from a UAV. It's like, guys, this isn't going to work,
Yep.
We're like jamming
It's
sticks
a real
in there.
challenge.
Yeah. I guess if you are properly hidden, you can be there's more forgiveness with movement.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's visually blocked, then
you can do whatever.
especially if you have an excited pup,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, and part of the movement thing too is like knowing, when you're pie facing them or when you're just staring. Like I don't know how many times we have guys out with us and like we're working a big, like for what us is like normal, 50, 60 ducks or whatever.
That's a big group.
And these guys are like, and you're like, put your face down, chief. He's like, yeah. And then he's like, no, more than that. I'll tell you when to look up. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Use a reflection on the water. Yeah.
Yeah. But like,
are you more of a face paint guy or a face mask guy?
I've always been face paint.
Yeah.
But I don't even, I mean, I do now, but for a while there, like I didn't really do much.
Yeah.
Because I'd grow my beard out really bushy and stuff,
Uh-huh.
and I would just put a little bit like on my cheeks.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
can watch when I call.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I'm a big face paint guy. The mask is, I don't like having to like blow through the mask.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, uh-huh.
I found that.
They have like the
yeah.
little
Yeah.
crow's mouth cutout, which
uh-huh.
I don't know. I
Kind
like.
of goofy. Yeah.
Yeah, it just I don't know. It just feels weird, you know.
Yeah.
But I
mine-
wear like a neck gaiter. I wear a neck gaiter a lot too. Like when it gets cold out,
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
and then you can just kind of cheat that neck gaiter up a little
That's
bit.
what my main hoodie has a like a neck gaiter.
Oh,
built
is it
into
one of the Sitka ones?
No, it's Cabela's.
Well, don't the
But-
Sitka ones have like the hood and then they have the like face mask?
Yeah, and it's
comes
it's
up?
basically the Cabela's version of that,
Yeah.
and it goes right up under my eyes,
Mm-hmm.
and so but once again, kind of messes with your calling.
But you can blow through that material.
I practice blowing through it, and
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
it's fine, you know. And then I have the bill of my hat covers.
Yeah.
But you know, you still can't help it. It's like looking up is
Yeah.
you know you gotta see
Oh,
what they're
yeah.
doing, but at the same time,
I've like almost like self-trained to, or not self-trained, but like just through like hunting a lot. It's like I don't even like look at the birds unless I know like they're on the corner or like they're doing like I'll watch them come around the corner and they'll go out and I'll start to see them break and then I'll
Oh,
just
yeah.
kind of tuck
Mm.
and then I'll just kind of like try to like peek. Like the blind I hunt out of at the pothole is like a stationary blind that has two big like 2 by 3 foot cutouts.
Okay.
So it's like I stand in it, I call at them, I
Yeah.
see them, and then I like have to like hunker down,
Mm.
and I'm like sitting underneath the
Cover the top.
like between the two holes,
Uh-huh.
and I'll kind of watch, and then they'll go this way, and then I'll shift this way, and
Wow.
you know it's just like
You think
trying
they're
to
looking
like.
for you in there, probably.
Then my
The
dog's
resident
there,
birds. Oh
you
yeah.
know, and it's just like it's like 10 pounds of sugar in a 5-pound sack. so.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah, I mean, hide's probably number one.
Okay.
And how important is it that your dog stays still? Probably equally as
Probably,
important.
Yeah, just as important, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, to the best of your ability, keep them as still as. We've had them working with dogs out in the water.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't
That's
happen all the
thing,
time,
sometimes,
It's just a big beaver. Yeah.
but pretty
Yeah.
much. I mean,
unless you have a yellow lab, then it's a coyote.
Yeah.
You have a chocolate lab. You have a yellow lab, don't you, Tanner?
Black.
Oh, it's a
A
black
black.
lab.
yeah, she's a black
Okay.
lab.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, your dog. I mean, should be still.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's different. Like I know guys that their dog stands outside of their blind,
Yeah.
in front of the
Oh,
blind.
I've
like,
seen that too.
just stands in the grass. You know.
Just still looking up.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's just kind of different strokes for different folks.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Great. Well, that wraps that up. Those are some good tips.
Yeah.
Man, thanks.
Yeah,
You've,
thank you.
You've helped me wrestle through some of my duck hunting woes. This is like a duck therapy is what this
Duck
was.
there, yeah. I mean, I'm happy I can help too. And like, I'm trying to use like our TikTok, like the Blind Chatter TV TikTok, as
Uh-huh.
like a place to go to like shed a little bit of light on the like questions that I had when I was kind of learning the ropes on my own.
Yeah, yeah.
And because it's a cutthroat world out there. Like
Oh,
the
yeah,
waterfowl
dude.
world is
Yeah.
not hugs and kisses.
No, no.
It's like
yeah.
back alley bar fights
Uh-huh.
and home wrecker. I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's rough out there.
It's kind of like the salmon fishing world, man. It's
Yeah,
combat.
it is.
Yeah, like I just
Yeah.
it's so
Well, plus-
weird.
But on the other hand, a lot of people do some stupid crap, you know,
Oh, I
like
know.
setting up across the, like right out in the open, right in front of someone who's already set up, or
Yeah, I mean, a
kinda
lot of
stuff.
it's
Yeah.
self-inflicted wounds,
Mm.
but then it's also the guys that are like pouring salt on them
Yeah.
and making
Yeah.
it worse. And like not a saint by any means. I've
Uh-huh.
had my fair share of, making situations worse, saying things that shouldn't be said,
Mm.
getting banned from pages, muted for
Oh, yeah.
the things I've said, but it's just
Uh-huh.
like it's so bad now. Like
Yeah.
I don't do
Mm.
it anymore. Like if I see anything, like, I may make a comment, but I try to keep it pretty
Mm.
PG, not be
Sure.
a jerk about it.
Yeah.
But like
We have a kid now.
Yeah.
yeah, and everything's permanent on Facebook
Yep.
and the internet. It's wild.
Never goes away.
Anyways, yeah. So yeah, I mean, I try to do my best now, and it's a rough go. So I mean, if I can
Mhm.
give everybody a little bit of help and a fair shake, I mean,
Sure. Yeah.
it doesn't hurt me at all.
Mm-hmm.
All us newbies appreciate that.
It's- I want everybody to enjoy it, and like if guys
Yeah.
have fun with it and they enjoy it, they're gonna keep doing it. And
Mm-hmm.
like duck hunter numbers are so down. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Well, I feel like things are different in the PNW Because you know we read about that a lot, and it's true for sure.
We didn't even
that,
make it on Delta's count.
Really?
Delta did an overall duck hunter count. They didn't even include Oregon or Washington.
Dude, we
They include California, Idaho,
have so many new
Montana.
hunters in the PNW.
It's like that's what I'm saying. It's like the Pacific Northwest is so slept on waterfowl hunting. Like, what TV shows out there for waterfowl hunting in the Northwest? Like on YouTube or anything?
Blind Chatter TV.
Nothing. There's literally nothing. Like the only thing that's out there is like the Flyway from Strand. Which.
But is that even on TV? It's like social media and YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's not. I mean, TV. I guess not really
TV anymore.
I mean, I don't watch.
We're not
TV.
gonna get a Netflix show,
right? But yeah, I mean, it's like there's that, and then like really like there's a couple other like small channels, but like I mean,
yeah, I mean there's a good amount of small channels, but they don't get much love because it's like, you know. But that's why we started this podcast, Oregon First Hunting and Fishing, because like. You can watch whitetail videos till you're dead.
I know.
And you'll never watch all of them, but
it's like going into Sportsman's Warehouse.
Yeah.
You want a whitetail decoy? Sportsman's Warehouse in Salem's the place to go.
Yeah.
You need a new waterfowl blind? Yeah, you better order it online. They sell mojos too.
Yeah.
And I told them straight up front. I literally asked for the store manager.
Oh yeah.
And I said, "Why are you guys selling mojos?" And they go, "What's a mojo?" And I go, "Okay, well, mojo's a electric duck decoy. Can't use them in Oregon."
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. I go, "So why do you guys have them? Why are they on the middle shelf?"
Dude, they're at Cabela's
Well,
too.
it's just because that's what gets sent to us to stock. And I go, "Okay, well, you're enabling people to buy it by it being in the store. You're leading the naive to believe that they can use that. In turn, they're getting a wildlife violation for it. Do you see where I'm at with this?" And they're just like, "I don't control what goes on the shelves." And I'm like, "You're the store manager. Of course you control what goes on the shelves." Yeah. But it's just a fight I'm not going to fight.
Yeah, no, Jericho and I talk about that a lot because we see them at all the big box stores. You know, whether it's the Mojos or just any other kind of motorized decoy. It's like, can't use those here. I don't know why you sell them here.
When in doubt, I just go to Rogers or Bi-Mart.
Dude, if Bi-Mart is the secret weapon.
Seriously though, Rogers, like I ordered those mallard decoys that were shipped to my house, and from the time I ordered them to the time they were on my door was 3 days.
And they're dealing FA. Right, you said they were FA,
and then I got a set of Rogers waders. They were there in like 2 days from Missouri,
and that's cool. Like
I mean, I could order them on a
final
Wednesday.
approach is like, you know, that's our side of the world.
It is
like that's cool that they're dealing their stuff. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, wow, I didn't know that. That's really cool.
Yeah,
that's kind of part of the reason we kind of hang with FA is because it's kind of like a piece of us.
Exactly.
Plus, like the dude that we work with, Mario's the man. Like, you need anything, he makes it happen.
Oh, that's cool.
So.
Yeah.
There we go.
No, I love like the rising industry of hunt. I mean, Dave Smith decoys.
Yep.
They're huge now. They I don't know how long they've been huge, but now they're like nationally, you know.
Yeah. Well, they started in 99.
Oh, okay.
Started back in 99, and they really, really blew up like in the mid 2000s when everybody started, you know, chasing cacklers, doing the goose stuff out here in the Northwest.
Yeah.
And then they kind of rode that wave for a while, and then they started kind of coming out with different stuff, the snow goose decoys, all that. And now they've got an economy line.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, you know, and I mean, I know what they did, and like I think it's great, but also like I think a part of me died a little bit when they did that.
Oh, really?
Because part of that DSD was like having the top of the line, having the hand carved stuff, having the stuff that's made
painted,
having that stuff that's made in your backyard in Lebanon. You go pick it up from Dave, and it's like now it's in big box stores. Not all of it, right? Obviously, like the Maxima lines and stuff you can get through Rogers and Sportsman's and stuff, but like all the custom hand carved decoys are still going through there. But
yeah. Well, as long as I've known Heavy Shot, they've been in big box stores, you know, and that's another awesome local company. Like, you know, I didn't know they weren't anymore.
Moving to Missouri, got bought out.
Oh,
when did that happen?
Wow.
Probably 4 months ago, 6 months ago.
Jeez.
Wow.
Okay.
So they're packing up from Sweet Home and going to
they've always been in Sweet Home.
Man,
going to Missouri.
That's crazy.
Man, I just started using it. Dang it.
Yeah, I've been using them faithfully for a while. But anyway, well, let's take this in for a landing, huh?
Okay.
This is our final approach.
Common.
Oh no, that was lame.
That was cheesy. I like
That
it.
was bad. So
am I wearing an FA hat?
you
I am.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
why.
I have a pintail hat, a rope hat that has a pintail on it.
Oh,
I thought I wore that
yeah.
tonight.
Yeah, you've been wearing the
Those are
FA
cool.
hat this whole time. So we asked this question at the end of every show. What is your spiritual connection to your life in the outdoors?
I looked this over when you gave me the show notes, and it's a hard thing to like kind of put in words.
Mm.
I don't have a super religious background. But in my eyes, like, it's always been a way of life. And like, you guys have killed deer, right?
Yeah.
So even if you're not like religious,
Mm-hmm.
there's this weird, when you get up to the animal, there's this
Yeah.
weird, like, kind of just this like overwhelming feeling that it's
Yeah.
like, oh, like I just
Yeah.
killed this
Yeah.
to like feed me. Like, what kind of
Yeah.
animal am I? But like, I've always been a firm believer that like, the Lord put all this stuff out here for us to, I guess, enjoy the bounty of.
Mm.
Fair chase,
Mm.
chase, get the bounty, feed you with the best stuff that you can get.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, there's also like, like I said, like, it's just one of those things that like, it's hard to kind of put into words to it, because I don't think I think I lack that. I lack that religious background to be able to kind of put it into words.
Sure.
But it's definitely a weird, like, I get emotional like when I kill, like, not when I kill, like, this sounds bad, but like, I don't get emotional when I kill ducks.
Uh-huh.
But like when I killed my deer this year, like,
Yeah.
I got emotional about it. It's weird.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a grown man
Mm-hmm.
feeding my family, but it's
Yeah.
like, it kind of like, and I saw this TikTok that was like, you're the first like human to like touch this thing.
Yeah.
And it
Oh,
just
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I don't know, I like saw that and it like just beat me up for a couple days, and I'm like, ugh, it's weird.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
just think that, it's a blessing to be able to go out and chase the healthiest meat, be able to feed your family with the healthiest stuff that's out there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and for me, like, what I'm hearing you say, and what I also sense is like this deeper connection than you can understand until you've experienced it.
Yeah.
Like, to talk about the deer example, and how, yeah, it's a good point. In most cases, unless it has a collar on, you're the only person who's ever touched that deer.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on where you hunt, sometimes you're the only person that deer has seen.
Yeah.
But even if that's not the case, like, it's a wild animal. It's a part of the environment that we as human beings have stewarded to this point to have the deer populations we have. Because we're all aware of how dire things were,
Right.
in the late 1800s and the early 1900s, of where we've come now as the North American model of wildlife conservation, and how we care about having these animals around.
Yeah.
But then on a individual basis, where like we as consumers need to eat food, and some of the food that we eat is meat. But every time we eat meat, we are directly responsible for the life of that animal.
Yeah.
And that's missing when you're at the grocery store.
Yeah.
Or at a restaurant. It's still there, you're just not aware of it.
Right.
But then when you have pulled the trigger on a deer, and then you walk up and you touch it, there is a spiritual aspect to that, And what I mean is, like, who you are as a human is participating in this system of eating meat.
Yeah.
Like, I love the fact that every ancient culture invented bows independently from each other.
Right. And they're all the same.
They're
like,
all the same.
it's just like you can't reinvent the wheel. It's like
Yep.
They're all the same.
Independent of each other. Completely separated geography, cultures that have never interacted, created bows, invented bows, because we are creatures on the landscape, and that's one of the things for me that's like a big, to talk about the deeper connection with the outdoors. What I'm hearing from you is this idea of, like, I'm connected to the outdoors because in that small way, in that moment when I have killed that deer, I am the outdoors.
Right.
I'm a part of it. It is in me. It is how I live. It is this, and I believe that I was designed to be that, and that this earth was created as a habitat for me, just as much as it's created as a habitat for the deer. Now, the difference is I have a responsibility to steward it and to take care of it. You know, the deer is a product of that stewardship.
Right.
And so it like brings up all these deep emotions of survival, so, you know, self-sustaining for yourself, providing for your family. That's a huge thing. That's like a need that we have, you know. There's the individual connection with the animal that you have chosen to take its life, and, you know, you owe your life to it now. Your body's going to be made out of the meat of this animal that you've killed.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is like you're tapping into your human identity as a creature created on this earth, is to partake in this system, you know? And so I think for me, as I've reflected on it, that's the reason why it's so powerful. That's why I get emotional when I kill something, because it's like, this is it. This is all of our work culminated,
all the
work
hard work
as a species, work as, you know, through generations, but also work as me as a person who have dedicated a portion of my year to pursuing a deer, you know?
It's like that thankfulness too, though. Like, it's like overriding of like, it's like that, you know, you get to it and you're like, all right, feed my family for, you know, X amount of time, all this meat, try to, you know, you try to save all of it you can, especially like, you know, even if you think about like your shot placement, you try to make the best shot you can because you don't want to spoil any of the meat, you know, because then you're wasting, like, then you're essentially wasting part of this animal's life. You know, and it's a weird, like, you know, like my wife's asked me, she's like, do you feel that way about like ducks and stuff? And I'm like, kind of taken back from it, because it's like, I do, but I don't feel it on that level.
It's not as pungent. It's not as
poignant.
Like,
you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like it like, I definitely feel it, but it's not like the severity of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I wonder if there's like a scale of like the amount of food you get from something to the feeling of.
Yeah, like
is that the correlation?
Like, if I killed an elephant, would I just break down into shambles?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, would I just melt into this pool of Tanner tears? Like, you know what I
mean? That's funny.
I don't know.
Well, maybe not, but who knows?
Well,
I don't know.
Back in the day, like Indians and tribes like that, when you killed a deer, it would sustain your tribe. And that would be like a feast. And you'd be, I took this deer, so now my name is Deerfoot or something.
Right,
you know?
you get some,
Deerhoof, right? Yeah. So
big buck down.
I mean, it all started like when I was a kid too. Like, you know, I started hunting like as soon as I could at like, I think it was like 11. You could do like a mentor tag or whatever. But it's always just been like instilled in me that like, if you're gonna hunt, like your job is to make sure that you can ethically and quickly take care of this animal. Don't make it suffer, and be thankful for it. Like, from the get-go, like, every time I've ever had one, like, the first thing I do is I'll walk up to it, you know, put your hand on it and just kind of take a deep breath and give thanks, and just, like, kind of, like, come full circle with everything. Like, you've done everything up to this point. Give thanks and take care of it from here on out. You know? And just... I don't know. It's a weird, it's a weird thing. Like, I saw that question and I was like, I don't know how many, like, I even thought about it on the way up here. I'm like, how do I even answer that? You know? It's just a weird, like, can't really, you know, put it into words to somebody that doesn't
feel it.
But also, like, talking to a bunch of people that probably, you know, can understand it. So,
and every single guy that goes out in the woods and do what we do has that same feeling, or has some type of feeling of spirituality when they're out in the woods.
And the ones that don't abuse it.
The
ones that don't.
The ones that don't aren't in it for the right reasons.
I have yet to really meet like any surmountable people in this field.
I'll be straight up. The ones that I've met that don't relate to that at all they're all poachers.
Yeah,
I was gonna say the ones that I know have done stuff that,
you know, and so Well, man, that was awesome. Yeah, I love connection on that level. So Tanner, I want people to know where to find you, hear more about what you're doing, and where where can they look you up?
So it starts, you can find me on Instagram at blind_chatter. That's our Instagram page. Try to post kind of what we're up to, hunts, little shorts, stuff like that on it. You can find our podcast on Spotify, Apple, all the random places you can find a podcast now. We're pretty much on it. And then we've got a Facebook page, but Facebook is kind of inactive. And then I just started up a TikTok page a couple weeks ago, trying to kind of get that grown up, because I think it's going to be where I kind of spend a lot of my time.
Sweet.
Just because it seems to be the most popular platform.
Careful with your keywords, because I tried TikTok and I used the word hunting, and they canceled me. Awesome. Well, and I'll say to anyone listening, you should really check out his podcast and his content. If you're listening to our podcast, because we're based in Oregon and we do Oregon stuff, like Tanner has people on that are from outside of Oregon and that talk about outside of Oregon stuff, but he lives here in the Willamette Valley and he hunts here, and he has a lot of guests on that are Oregon people. So,
and if you guys are veteran, active duty, anything like that, we are doing our second annual Willamette Valley Veterans Hunt. It's going to take place down in Corvallis and stuff. So,
sweet.
Awesome.
Cool. What weekend is that?
That's going to be January 31st. So it's the actual Veterans Hunting Day.
Because it's the one day after our season, right? Or 2 days after our season or something like that.
I think it's something like that. January 30th, I think it is, because I think duck season ends a little bit early.
Isn't it 28th?
Yeah, I know that the veteran hunt is like just right after
so
season.
The 31st, and our season will end on the 25th, so it's the following weekend.
So it's a whole week later.
Yeah, it's a week later. So,
okay.
But yeah, and that's going to take place down in Corvallis, and then for any of you guys that are listening, like in the Roseburg area, we are starting to work with a different group down there that's going to try to get a few spots opened up to take a bunch of guys out. So if you're down in that area, down south, let us know. Same with up north in the Portland area. We've got guys up there that are wanting to fill some spots and try to do our best to give back. So
super cool, man.
Cool.
Love it.
Yeah.
All right, this is a good podcast. Thanks for making the trip out.
Yeah, man.
Giving up some time away from
Appreciate
your
you
family.
guys having me up here.
Yeah. I'm Bryant.
This is Gage.
I'm Tanner.
Thanks for listening.